What's it going? How's it going, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Do Not Worry, the podcast coming to you live from the heart of Lebanon, folks. In the 09, I am joined today by the crew. We got Nour and we got Karine. How's it going, ladies?
Hey.
Here's a shot of everybody together. Thank you for joining us, everybody. This is we had a live stream yesterday. For those of you joining us, I had a chill solo stream last night where we reacted to Ethan Klein threatening Noah Samson with litigation, where he doxed Bad Empanada and threatened him with litigation. He threatened everybody with lawsuits. So I spent like 3 hours reacting to that. If you guys want to tune into that, make sure to check it out. Folks, we have a lot of things to talk about today. AB from the H3 podcast has called me out, both in his car in a solo stream and on the H3 podcast. So I'm going to be reacting to his full statement, and I shall make my own statement in response. Ethan Klein has threatened to sue Noah Samson, Bad Empanada, and he's dogs Bad Empanada, like I mentioned. Donald Trump is implementing tariffs, and America is panicking. So is the rest of the world, to be honest with you. More Israeli crime that we're going to talk about, and the IDF, some more Snow White drama, and more. Stick with us, folks. We have a lot to talk about. We're going to try to make this a slightly shorter stream than normal. I promised Nour that we will be out before 11 p.m. tonight.
I didn't say anything.
I'm just trying to be nice, Nour. We had 3 hours yesterday, folks. We're trying to give you guys as much entertainment as we can, folks. Before we continue, let me take a second to thank some brand new patrons who have joined our Patreon family over the last couple of days. Let me show that little banner down here. We have 3 brand new abductee patrons, Khalid, Dakak, David B., and Excess Lubricant, who signed up for a full year. You can now sign up pay for a full year in advance on Patreon. There's also you can get discounts. So if someone is about to cancel their Patreon, they'll be like, hey, are you sure you want to cancel? How about if we give you a 30% discount? So some of you guys thinking of canceling, you might be getting some discounts. Also, you can save if you sign up for a full year. This is all new Patreon. Do you want to do that? I'm like, sure, why not? So welcome. We also have a brand new blonde patron, Slim. Welcome to our Patreon family. We thank you guys so much. The show could not exist without our lovely patrons, our YouTube members, all of you guys in the chat with your super chats and everything. Haley D, all of you, Dizzle McFizzle, Jordan M, our heroes. We love you guys so much. Let me take a second to thank some of our lovely patrons. In the meantime, God-tier patrons, such as Rifat Fakih, Eliot Mujabir, Jack Sleeman, Dominic Selzer, Daniel Nechle, and Emma Watson from Harry Potter fame, folks. Superhero patrons like Ghassan Hamoud, Elias Salibi, Rhea D, Dr. William Watfa, the Boobs Doctor, the Joey Daboul, and Noof OQ. Some blonde patrons like Sarah M, Lalongue, Areni Poladian, and Mike Zahabi. So we thank you guys so much. We love you guys. If you guys would like to support us, please feel free to do so. Here is the link to our Patreon. Pick a tier that's right for you. And we're going to be doing an exclusive members and patrons live stream next week, hopefully. So stay tuned for that. We've done a couple already. They're super fun. They're super chill. So, yeah. Ladies, anything interesting in the live chat? Anybody saying hello? Anybody we need to say hello to?
We're having yesterday's chocolate milk.
Oh,
I'd like everyone to know that.
So
they're finally
really
trying
good.
it. This was the milk I was having yesterday with some cocoa pebbles while watching Ethan Klein suing everybody on the internet.
we do have some stuff.
We do have many things.
Already? Okay. Let's listen to what do the fans have to say?
Dizzle McFizzle sent us $5 and asked, "Where's the PO box? I'm getting a cheese care package together."
Okay. Well, I'm happy you should ask. Noor looked into the PO box. Noor, can you care to explain what is the process? How much is it going to cost for us to make a PO box? Is it easy? Is it an easy process? You called them, right? You looked into it?
It was a super easy process, and it's very simple. And we're gonna do it soon. I'm not gonna say how much it was,
Why? It's
because they're gonna send us the money.
well, don't send us the money. We're just it's $60 a year, so
it's very cheap.
It's super cheap.
It's a yearly fee.
We're happy to pay for it.
Almost $70.
Yeah, it's $70 a year. It's gonna be easy. They said it was quick to set up because going to the post office in Lebanon is a whole thing. Okay, it's understaffed. You got to wait in line for fucking hours.
They said it was supposed to be quick.
The people who work there are miserable because they get paid below minimum wage. They're you know what I mean? It's kind of a nightmare. So I'm not excited, but I promised you guys I would get YouTube Premium, and look at me now. We got YouTube Premium. I promised you guys a P.O. box, and I'm going to get that cheese package, Dizzle McFizzle.
I want that cheese package so bad.
Your mic is off?
Some people said my mic is off.
Oh, it looks like it might be off. Let's see what's up
What?
with
Okay, in the meantime,
Did that just happen? Let me see.
did that work? Okay, Haley gifted 10 memberships so far. Thank you, Haley. Big Frog, welcome to the family.
Hey guys, we saw it.
Cute pics of Bernie Sanders sends $5. for
So let me
shawarma
know
fund.
how it is. Is it working?
I think Karine is back.
Is
she
Karine
back?
back?
It seems to be
I
picking
was
you up.
silenced by the masses.
Have
for
you
my
been quiet?
controversial
Have you been off?
opinions.
Has your mic been on off the whole time, or is it
I don't think so.
just
Because
now?
no one said anything earlier.
Okay, I think it should be working. Just keep.
Heather sends $5.
Well, thank you so much. So Heather and Dizzle McFizzle going wild already. Let's get going with the first quick.
She's back.
The first topic, folks. Lebanon got bombed just a couple of nights ago. This is a tweet from Leah that went viral. Israel bombed Dahye at 4 a.m. So this is Leah. She says, "This is what Israel did right now at 4 a.m. in Beirut while people were sleeping. It was right next to my house. I'm so sick and tired of their bullshit." An entire building was collapsed. So usually when Israel bombs, they usually have the courtesy, and I use that word very lightly and sarcastically, of at least giving people a heads up, like, hey, we're going to bomb you in like 10 minutes. Pack your shit quick and leave your house. And they like put out a tweet with a picture and like, you know, get away from, like stand like 100 meters away from the blast radius or whatever. No such warnings. An entire building was literally destroyed. Here is a statement by the IDF that was posted on Reddit. It said, Israel Defense Forces Joint IDF and ISA announcement. A short while ago, with the direction of the ISA, the IAF conducted a strike in the Dahye area, a key Hezbollah terrorist stronghold. Again, they use that for everything. Dahye is very much a, what's the word? Civilian area, folks. It's like regular civilian houses, civilian buildings, apartment buildings. I've been there many times to like hang out at friends. You know what I mean? The strike targeted a Hezbollah terrorist who had recently directed Hamas operatives and assisted them in planning a significant and imminent terror attack against Israeli civilians. So when Americans read this, when anyone in the West reads this, are they going to look into the strike? No, that's it. All Israel has to do is say, "Oh, there was a terrorist in a building. We know he was planning an attack on Israel." Boom. They could literally say the same about me. They could literally come right now, blow up this building, kill all of us, be like, they were planning a strike against Israel. Is anyone going to like refute them? Even if my family hires lawyers and tries to like, you know, make a whole fuss about it. Like, who's going to give a fuck? Is anything going to happen? Are my parents going to get me back if I die? Of course not. Due to the immediate threat the terrorists posed, the IDF and ISA acted to eliminate him and remove the threat. The IDF and ISA will continue to operate to prevent any threat posed to the civilians of the state of Israel. So that basically means that the ceasefire we have with Israel is a complete farce. They can act with impunity. They can do whatever the fuck they want. You know what I mean? Fly above in our airspace with no respect for our sovereignty. They can bomb us with the excuse of he was a terrorist. And you know what I mean? And like any civilians that die, who gives a shit? We're brown people, right? Who gives a fuck about us? So that's pretty fucked up.
I mean, yeah, that's been
That's
textbook
been the
for
case.
them.
That's been the MO.
But you know what's weird? The fact that the ISA is involved with the IDF. The ISA is the internal security in Israel. So are we Israel now? Are we like included in your internal security? Is that why internal security is like on us? What's going on? Like, it's usually not that.
That's what they wish
Weird.
for.
No, that's pretty horrible. And so this is what we were dealing with just a couple of days ago. And I mean, you know, it's not going to get any press. No one's going to talk about it, essentially. You know what I mean? But yep, that's what we're dealing with, folks, here in Lebanon. But the show will go on, folks, thanks to our awesome viewers. This was a post that I came across that I thought I kind of wanted to talk about because it seems pretty, I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate if you're Lebanese living abroad. It's from a Lebanese person currently living in France or in Europe. And I figured we'd read that person's experience. It's like, the person says, "I'm scared for my future and safety as a Lebanese Muslim living in Europe." And let's read this together. Sorry if it's a little boring, but please indulge me. And if you guys want any accents, let me know. I'm just going to read it normally right now. A couple of weeks ago, I made a post about how I was discriminated against by a fellow Lebanese after inviting him to iftar. That incident pushed me to focus on making more international friends. I'm currently an international student at Polytechnique in France, and I'm honestly surprised that people on this sub don't really talk about these kinds of issues. It makes me wonder if I'm just an isolated case. After reflecting on everything, I came to a conclusion that hurts my ego to admit. Western people don't like Arabs/Muslims. I mean, how long did it take you to figure that out? What's up with the mics?
We want her voice voice is low.
Your voice is low.
Her voice.
There we go.
Okay, let me know, guys, if it's working. Sorry, Atashtak. Yeah.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
So yeah, Western people don't like Arabs and Muslims. I mean, I'm surprised it took you, especially in France. French people are like pretty overtly racist, to be honest with you.
Someone said do a French accent.
French accent, please.
Back when I was still in Lebanon, I had landed an internship at a small company. Even there, I could feel that my coworkers didn't like me because I was Muslim. I overheard things like Ya zalame akaluna being said behind my back. So Ya zalame akaluna means like, man, they're eating us. That's something that Christians say about Muslims. Like, bro, they're eating us alive. Like,
so many of us.
They're outnumbering us. You know what I mean? Like the Muslims are coming to eat us. That's what Ethan Klein thinks the Palestinians are going to do if you let them out of Gaza. They're going to eat us. So now that I live in France, my internet bubble has changed, and I've seen how people online react to posts about Ramadan or Iftar. A lot of the comments are hateful and make me feel unsafe. Stuff like cancer or encore des chances pour la France, a sarcastic way to mock Muslims, gets thrown around casually. I know the internet is an echo chamber, so I try to ignore it, but it still makes me feel rejected. And the thing is, I've started noticing similar vibes in real life. People treat me differently because my name is Ali or because I have tan skin. Some are nice at first, but once I say my name, their smile fades. I don't get invited to hangouts like other classmates do, even though I make the effort to integrate. I get remarks that are hurtful or straight up illegal. In one internship interview, I was even asked if I had connections to Hezbollah, which is totally illegal to ask in France.
Crazy.
But I wasn't recording, so I have no proof. Yeah, that is pretty fucked up. Like, you're not even supposed to ask if, like, you're married or something, right? Like, marital status, are you single? Or do they ask that? I can't remember. But, like, being asked if you have connections to Hezbollah, like, what? Just tell the guy you don't want to hire him. Tell the guy, you know what, Ali, no merci. Au revoir. Don't be asking, like, yo, so, do you have any friends in Hezbollah? What do you think about jihad, my friend? What are your thoughts on that? Okay. I also get fewer replies to job applications compared to my classmates. The HR at Polytechnique even told me I might be a victim of discrimination and suggested I use a more European nom d'usage on my CV to improve my chances. So basically, fuck HR at his own university. He's like, change your name on your resume, bro. Call yourself Al or something. My name's Al. I honestly feel like it discriminated against minority, and it's starting to take a toll on my mental health. I think I'm beginning to understand why some Christian Lebanese with European first names reject being labeled as Arab and get offended if someone implies it. They get treated like white people because they have fairer skin and don't have to deal with this kind of discrimination. I was told that people in the West love Lebanese people, but I really don't feel that's true. Am I just an exception, or am I doing something wrong? Now, to be fair, I guess people are more tolerant towards like Christian Lebanese because they're like, oh, they're kind of like us, they're Christian, but like on the surface, unless someone asks for your name, if you look Arab, they're going to discriminate against you, bro. They're not going to wait, oh, wait, you're Christian, you're fine. So for the most part, if you look Arab, they might not really want to fuck with you. And all of Europe is going more right-wing. The whole West, like America is going way more extreme right. Germany is going extreme right. The French are going extreme right. Like the whole world is kind of moving to hate immigrants, to hate the other, you know what I mean? Governments are more than happy to blame high unemployment rates on immigrants and immigration rather than their own failures as a government and their own failed policies. So I'm not surprised. I'm sorry to read that you're going through all of this. Now, a lot of the comments, though, are kind of disagreeing with them. So, like, Sheep Herder says, I lived in France. I lived 10 years in Paris. Oh, sorry. Let me switch to desktop. So he says, I lived 10 years in Paris and had so many international friends and dated 2 French girls. That's how you know you've succeeded, folks. I've dated 2 French girls. Never I felt unsafe or disliked, and I used to fast in Ramadan, and everyone respected that and didn't interfere or comment about it. All these things are in your head. Go out more, find the right people, and you will be fine.
That's fucked up, man. Come on.
Just get over it, basically. He's telling you.
There's no racism in France.
Adept replies and says, exactly. It is your choice to fit into the culture you live in, to blend. Lebanese immigrants have done this for centuries. The people who do not fit in choose to not fit in. Look at the Algerians and Moroccans. Ooh.
Okay, that's
they didn't say that, but that sounds pretty racist. They opt to preserve their culture, impose their language and their norms into France. Meanwhile, the Lebanese and Armenians blend because they choose to do so. Oh, this is such a fucking elitist
crazy.
Lebanese fucking post in France.
Also historically inaccurate. I mean, very stupid.
There are 4 million Lebanese in Brazil. Never once has anyone ever said, boy, those Lebanese don't integrate. They're just Brazilian. The Lebanese in France are the same. Goyists. They lean to the political right. They are in sharp contrast to groups that do not fit in by choice. Algerians and Moroccans. Stop. What is this person hates Algerians and Moroccans, folks. Work hard, speak French, Understand that when in Rome, do as the Romans do. So basically, shed all of your personal identity. Whatever makes you you, Ali, forget about it. You got to be French. Start listening to Charles Aznavour in the morning. Forget Fayrouz. Start your morning with some Charles Aznavour. Forget the cup of Turkish coffee. You know what I mean? Start your day with a hot pain au chocolat, a croissant. I don't know, bro. You got to integrate. Do what the Lebanese people in America do. They fucking vote for Republicans. I was talking about that yesterday.
That's integration.
Bro, my dad's side of the family in the States, they're all fucking Trump voters, bro. They're like more
that's
bro,
nuts.
yeah, the Lebanese. I used to work at a Lebanese restaurant in the States. The owner of that Lebanese restaurant was like full-on Republican. His whole family was Republican. They would put on Fox News on the TV, like in the restaurant, where like people would come in and eat, and I would change it to like MSNBC or something more. Lebanese people feel that like to fit in to the States, you gotta vote Republican. You gotta start watching football. You gotta start going to church every Sunday. It's kind of sad, you know what I mean?
I'm kind of confused about the guy's original post. Like, he was saying Christians may look whiter than Muslims, but like that's not really true. I mean,
Yeah,
Lebanon, color, it just depends on where you are from ethnically, I guess. But like, I'm Muslim and I'm pretty pale.
Yeah, the two of you are pretty.
So,
I mean,
marhaba.
both of you are pretty
quite
pale.
similar.
Yeah.
You're both pretty white passing. I'm the most Arab looking here, and I don't
He's
know.
the most everybody, and he's the most oppressed.
Based on the lighting, I might not look that. But like, look, I'm a hairy guy. I got like a beard. I definitely look suspicious enough to be stopped at an airport. Let's just say that. Unlike you ladies, you guys will be fine. I'm not.
Inshallah.
We're
But
white passing.
So yeah, anyway, we can. Some more people are replying to this guy.
wait, let me see.
Okay, this one, I want to read one more reply. It's kind of funny. This guy says, "Brother, this is the second post you've made of this nature, and I say this with love. You really need to get out of this funk and get out more. Seriously, find people who vibe with you, who share your values and your energy. Stop breaking your head over people who've already shown you they don't want to be in your circle. Not everyone deserves your effort, nor is anyone obligated to be your friend either. Choose your entourage wisely and don't let the rest live in your head rent free." So, anyways, that's that. Ladies, anything in the chat that we need to catch up on?
Yes. Marina Nimis,
Marina, how's
our
it going,
favorite,
We love
gifted
Marina.
5 memberships.
Damn.
Aw.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Marina. Welcome to the 5 new lucky members.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Papa Jake also. Papa Jaka gifted
Papa
5
Jaka.
memberships.
Papa Jaka?
Yeah.
Damn, awesome. Thank you, Papa Jaka.
And no
Our
name
chat's mostly
also.
green.
Yeah, our chats are very green.
Damn, really? We got a lot of members. That's fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
And No Name sent $10 and said, in the early 1900s, Arab immigrants who were mostly Levantine Christians fought to be classified as white to circumvent rules that only allowed white immigrants to become U.S. citizens. Interesting.
No Name came to hang out, by the way, on Saturday at Demi's event. We like talked for like fucking 5 hours. No Name, it was nice.
Really?
It was nice hanging out. No Name, thanks for coming out. He bought a comic of like Superman doing a Nazi salute, which is pretty. Whoa.
Also, people really
humanitarian-
liked your French accent.
Oh, they liked it?
Oh, yeah, people were like,
Like-
this isn't funny. This is just like
Yep.
real. Like, it's just
Even the
accurate.
French people.
Well, I'm sorry, folks. Nickel. Well, let's move on to the IDF, folks. Let's talk about some Israeli crimes, IDF crimes against humanity, the stuff that, Ethan Klein, as a pro-Palestinian advocate, always talks about on his podcast. Let's start it with this fucking AI Studio Ghibli trend. Can we just talk about how fucked up
Horrible.
this whole shit is, bro?
Stop.
Can we stop with AI trends? And like the IDF had the nerve to participate, bro. We thought we'd also hop on the Ghibli trend. Like, are you kidding me, bro? Let's look at some of the quote tweets because I'm sure they're fucking golden. Quotes. Studio Ghibli already made a movie where children starve and die because of an imperialist power wanted to go to war, so there's no need for the AI. Oh my god. Hayao Miyazaki didn't come to the United States in 2003 to accept his Oscar for Spirited Away because of his opposition to the Iraq War, so I have to imagine he'd be nothing short of furious to see genocidal occupational military using Ghibli art style to advertise themselves. So fucking true. Hayao Miyazaki is a fucking legend. I don't know if I said his first name right. I probably didn't. But God bless. Fuck the IDF now and forever.
You did.
Horrible the use of this trend. And please, again, stop with AI trends, okay? How many trees are we burning for these fucking things?
Swear to God, you are burning down whole forests to see what you look like as a cartoon. Get over it.
Seriously, it's really fucked up. As Trump doubles down on Gaza plan, 69% of Israelis support the idea despite concern. 3 surveys show that Israelis support of President Donald Trump's proposal to transfer Gazans to other countries and to the United States to take over the Strip, but are skeptical that such a plan could be implemented. So this is
Yeah, of
this
course
just goes
they
to
are.
show you the support of Israelis. Nearly 70% of Israelis support President Donald Trump's proposal to expel residents of the Gaza Strip to other countries, though most believe the plan is unrealistic. A recent poll by Channel 12 showed. Over 90% of voters for the far-right-wing coalition are in favor of the plan. Per the poll, voters of opposition parties are 58% in favor of it. I read somewhere that like 90% of Israeli Jews are in favor of kicking out Palestinians from Gaza. So whenever someone tells you, hey, I'm pro-Palestinian, we're like liberal Zionists, we just want what's best for Gazans, 90% of them want to kick them out of the territory.
Again, are we surprised?
Yeah, fucking fascist fucks.
This has been going on for like 2 years now.
Oh, fuck it. It's fucking Netanyahu.
I can't even.
Don't even want to listen to this fucker.
No
bro.
one wants this.
But let's see, what is this about? So here we have Israel now publicly bragging it has power over U.S. speech. Wanted war criminal and killer Benjamin Netanyahu seen here boasting how he controls the Trump administration and has the power to define the arbitrary smear of anti-Semitism. Let's listen to our boy, Benjamin.
Not our boy.
These ignorant demonstrators. Who are they demonstrating for? For these murderers, these rapists, these mass killers? This is a reflection of a deep rot that has pervaded the intellectual hub of free societies. And this vilification of Israel, the Jewish people, and Western values has been propagated by a systemic alliance between the ultra-progressive left and radical Islam.
Ah, yes. The progressive left and radical Islam have joined forces to take out the Jews. First of all, kiss امك بقيري بنجامين نتنياهو يا خرا شقفة خرا ما بتسوى قيري يا اخو الشرموطة امك يا اخت اسرائيل كلك يا صهيونة يا خرا يا قير كل قيري مصمص يا خرا شقفة خرا ما بتسوى زبرة قيري. Anyways, let's continue.
It must be resolutely fought by civilized societies to safeguard their future. This is why we must all commend President Trump's decisive actions against anti-Semitism. And we must pressure other governments to do the same.
A government can do in 2 months more than any organization can do in its lifetime. And so when we talk about the importance of a bipartisan...
God, this guy's so boring. Anyways, I don't know what the fuck this is about. No need to see more. Fuck you guys. Okay, this is a little fun piece of news, folks. Israeli troops killed 15 Palestinian medics and buried them in a mass grave, according to the UN. Let's watch a quick report on the matter from Al Jazeera English. Extremely fucked up. Let's talk about war crimes. Does the international community care? Where are the condemnations? Where's the justice? Obviously, nothing happens.
A humanitarian convoy makes its way through Rafah in southern Gaza. A mission to find paramedics missing since Sunday last week.
These ambulances have been buried on the sand.
Contact was lost with the crews as they tried to find emergency teams responding to an Israeli airstrike in Al-Hashashin neighborhood. Finally, their bodies were discovered here, buried under the sand in a single grave.
7 days ago,
Insane, bro.
civil defense and PRCS ambulances arrived at the scene. One by one, they were hit, they were struck. Their bodies were gathered and buried in this mass grave. We're digging them out in their uniforms, with their gloves on. They were here to save lives. Instead, they ended up in a mass grave.
Israeli forces admit to opening fire on the health workers. They maintain fighters from Hamas and the Islamic Jihad were using fire trucks and ambulances as cover. These satellite images from Thursday show Israeli military vehicles at the scene next to piled up ambulances. Humanitarian personnel and health workers are protected under international law. But from the onset of Israel's war on Gaza, its bombardment has been indiscriminate. The UN says Israeli fire has killed more than 600 health workers.
Jesus Christ. Sorry, I was posting something on Twitter. Did they mention that Israeli tanks use ambulances as like shields and stuff? Like human shields? Or was
What? Israel said that, yeah. And they're like, Hamas uses
Hamas uses
ambulances.
them. Okay, as human
Yeah.
shields. Okay.
And Red Crescent has described the killings as a premeditated crime, a massacre, and has called for an international investigation.
How many times have we heard international investigations, bro, into fucking like it's fucking just insane, bro,
Effort
really.
to find justice for their colleagues killed while trying to save lives.
The past year and a half has just been a reminder that we mean nothing to the West, bro. Seriously.
Yeah, like why has this been a routine for us?
I don't know, bro. And yesterday, like, I had a rant about like how we only focus on like women and children. We're not even allowed to mention like the dead Arab men that are fucking constantly butchered left and right. You know what I mean? Think of the women and children. If you mention like a dead Arab man, like we're below garbage. Like no one gives a fuck. So we have to mention the women and children. So to maybe get an ounce of pity. Like what about the fucking men, bro? Fathers, sons, it's fucking getting butchered left and right. No one gives a fuck. Here we have the State Department spokesperson saying that basically Israel has the right to do whatever the fuck they want. Everything that happens in Gaza is happening because of Hamas.
The UN's Humanitarian Affairs Office has said that
على الvolume شوي.
15 paramedics.
So these Twitter videos, their volume is pretty low.
Yeah, because people were saying earlier they can't really hear the.
Yeah, I don't know how to get this one to be louder. I might try to raise it from. I'll raise it from the desktop right now. So this is the State Department spokesperson on the Israeli military, summarily executing one by one 15 aid workers. She said I don't know what her name is. Let me try to raise the volume in the meantime.
And a UN worker were killed, in their words, one by one by the IDF. They have dug bodies up, they said, in the shallow grave that have been gathered up, and also vehicles in the sand. Have you got any assessment of what might have happened, and given the potential use of American weapons, is there any assessment of whether or not this complied with international law?
Well, I can tell you that for too long, Hamas has abused civilian infrastructure, cynically using it to shield themselves. Hamas's actions have caused humanitarians to be caught in the crossfire. The use of
When you stuff 2 million people in like a tiny little fucking open air prison, where are they supposed to hide their military infrastructure? Do they have room to like, you know what I mean? Do they have like a whole empty desert where they can bomb, where they can like shoot rockets at Israel from, or like, you know?
هيك مفكرين الأمريكان. That's what they think. They think that Hamas has a choice between fighting between people and just going to a remote area and fighting from there.
Remind me, where's the Mossad office in Israel when Iran
Tel Aviv.
when Iran hit back? It was right in the middle of fucking Tel Aviv. Like they're attacking civilian centers. Like what is wrong with you guys? Stop it with this bullshit. But again, like it's been a year and a half we're listening to the same shit. It's been years, but like just a year and a half for the genocide nonstop.
Also like a year and a half for us.
Yeah, and more for them. But blaming Hamas for Israel killing
Aid workers.
What the fuck does that mean? No one knows.
It's become a parody of itself, and like we're still here. We're repeating the same shit over and over again. It's just absurd.
or civilian objects to shield or impede military operations is itself a violation of international humanitarian law. And of course, we expect all parties on the ground to comply with international humanitarian law.
But there's specifically a question on any, it's a question about accounting and accountability, given that it may have been the use of US weapons. So it's a question about the State Department rather than Hamas.
They don't give a fuck, bro.
Is there
use of US
any
weapons?
action?
Well, every single thing that is happening in Gaza is happening because of Hamas. Every single dynamic.
Sure.
Not really, lady.
That's how they clean their hands off of any guilt. It's all Hamas's fault. They're all terrorists. That's it. Who cares?
I'll say again,
Of course, like they all follow the same script. Republicans, Democrats, doesn't matter.
Said it, I think, in every briefing. All of this could stop in a moment if Hamas returned all the hostages and the hostage bodies they are still holding and put down its weapons. There is one entity that could stop it for everyone in a moment. And that is Hamas.
Exactly.
This is
Israel holds all the fucking power, you genocidal fucking bitch. You fucking crazy fucking animals, bro.
All loss of life is regrettable. It's key.
Oh,
obviously. Yeah. Whoever it is.
Keeps you up at night.
Wherever they live. And this has been the nature of what fuels Secretary Rubio and President Trump in their willingness to expend this kind of capital early on in this term to make a difference and to change the situation. So I think that is the one thing that remains clear in all of this, which is all for all of us, which is why we work to stop it.
I know that's
a horrible dynamic. Yes, Humaira.
Yeah, okay.
Crazy fucking.
Thank you, woman.
I can't stand this shit anymore.
What the fuck was the point of that? ما استفدنا من شيء. She didn't offer any new information.
Every time we do like these little Israel updates, I get just mad, bro. It just ruins my mood for the rest of the episode.
We get mad. The chat gets mad.
Everybody gets mad.
Everybody gets mad.
It's always the same shit. It's the same playbook that they're always using.
I know. It's so dehumanizing, bro. It's so fucked. Let's just a couple of quick things that I want to talk about. I guess they're interesting. One of them I can't really show the photo because it'll get us demonetized. But Senator Randy Fine, this guy was just elected. He's like a Republican. I'm gonna read this off cam. So Randy Fine is a reflection of this country. Okay, so, he just got elected. Can someone Google what Randy Fine just got elected to?
Randy Fine.
He's a Republican. Okay, I'm going to. How do I not?
He's a rep.
He looks like a Republican.
He's a representative of. Wait 1 second.
He just got voted in as.
Currently serving as the U.S. representative for Florida's 6th congressional district.
Okay, so here's what this motherfucker tweeted. This is a tweet from. He said, "There is no suffering adequate for those animals. May the streets of Gaza overflow with blood." Like that's like Borat shit from Borat. He's like, "May Donald Trump drink the blood of every man, woman, and child in Iraq. May he bomb them so there will not be a single lizard that can survive in their deserts." Like this is fucking Representative Randy Fine. "There is no suffering adequate for these animals. May the streets of Gaza overflow with their blood. May Premier Bush drink all of their blood." Now here I'm gonna have to say a trigger warning. Please, there's a photo of a baby. I don't know. We can't show it. I'm gonna try to zoom into the bottom. Okay, there's a photo of a. Oh my god. Nope.
No, yeah, you killed that.
Of a child. Sorry guys. So there's a child dead underneath the rubble, a little baby, and Senator Randy Fine says, someone asks like, "How can you sleep at night, knowing that this is happening?" And he says, "Quite well, actually. Thanks for the pic."
That's thick as hell.
You're a psycho.
So there's a dead baby buried underneath the rubble. Someone asks him, "How can you sleep at night knowing that the U.S. is funding this?" Let me repeat that again. Senator Randy Fine says, "Quite well, actually. Thanks for the pic." And he's got 2 exclamation points in there. So
wait, it's from 2021?
Yeah, I mean, it just goes to show how long Israel's been butchering Palestinians, folks. It didn't start on October 7th. Just a quick reminder, folks. It didn't start on October 7th. And a final tweet. "Gaza must be destroyed." Literally. This guy's fucking evil, bro. And this guy just got reelected.
It's comic book villain shit.
In the United States. So, yeah, very exciting. Exciting stuff, folks. Exciting stuff. Oopsie.
I figured out we need to start treating these people like the psychopaths they are. If you have no empathy for other human beings, you need to be treated into mental facility and re-education camps because you're beyond saving. If you cannot empathize with another human being, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's enough. There's a Pete Hegseth got like a kafir tattoo, but like I don't really want to talk about that. Anything in the chat? Anything we gotta look at while I ready the next topics?
Yes. Rami Saer gifted 10 Do Not Worry memberships.
Damn, Rami, that's fucking awesome. Thank you so much. Welcome
Thank
to the
you,
family.
Rami
Saer, we appreciate you, man. We love you.
Yes.
Any interesting comments?
Wait 1 second.
Trump.
Starting tomorrow, the United States will implement
This is CNN.
Sorry, why is it autoplaying? Is it a YouTube Premium thing? Goddamn autoplay.
So someone said about Randy Fine. He has a post on APR. The second quote, "Proud to have been at AIPAC's fastest ever endorsement. And for the haters who said they bought me, I have news for you. They had me for free." That's terrible.
Folks.
This guy sucks, man. Yeah.
Tariffs are hitting the United States. Now, I'm traveling to the States in a few weeks. And the one good thing about going, like, I'm not excited to go there. You know what I mean? It's an expensive trip. I don't really feel like being in the States right now, given that they're supporting the genocide of my people, of Palestinians, of Lebanese people. They're funding Israel. I don't really feel like going. But the one good thing about going to the States usually is shopping, okay? There's a lot to choose from. America is known for its consumerism.
Yeah.
Shopping, literally. That's all there is to do there. You just go to the mall and you buy a bunch of shit. You shop on Amazon. You get a bunch of shit from the supermarket. But things in America aren't as cheap as they used to be, folks. Okay, because Trump is... inflation was already taking place over the last few years. And like there has been a noticeable increase in prices. But now Donald Trump is implementing like a whole bunch of fucking tariffs. And prices are going to explode in all sectors. From like food to like clothes to shoes to cars. So I'm not really looking forward to that now, because the one good thing that was going to be coming from that trip was cheap shopping is no longer a thing. Let's listen to Donald Trump talk about his tariff plan. This man.
Starting tomorrow, the United States will implement reciprocal tariffs on other nations. It's been a long time since we even thought of that. But we will charge them approximately half of what they are and have been charging us. So the tariffs will be not a full reciprocal. I could have done that, yes, but it would have been tough for a lot of countries who didn't want to do that.
I could have done it, but I didn't. Like, what do you mean I could have?
I'd like to see the chart if you have it. Could you bring it up, Howard? This is our great Secretary of Commerce, Howard Lutnick. Thanks, Howard. So if you look at that, China, first row, China.
First of all, are we not watching this in HD? Auto 480, at least 720, bro. Some respect. Let's go.
67%. That's tariffs charged to the USA, including currency manipulation.
So, I mean, here he's charging 34% tariffs on stuff from China, 20% from the EU, 46% from Vietnam, 32% from Taiwan, 24% from Japan. He's trying to do like half of what they charge for American products. He's going to charge like half. So, Switzerland, he's 31%, etc. This is all going to add like fucking 10, 20, 30% it costs on like all of the everyday products that you buy as Americans. Like cars are going to go up like thousands of dollars. This is fucking insane, bro. Computers, everything.
Technology.
Phones, phone chips, consoles, you know what I mean? Like they just announced the Nintendo Switch 2. That shit's going to be way more expensive, bro.
And trade barriers. So 67%, I think you can, for the most part, see it. Those with good eyes, with bad eyes. We didn't want to bring, it's very windy out here. We didn't want to.
Such a boomer. And like, and everyone that voted for Trump's like, yeah, we like, the prices are out of control under Biden. And like, is this better? Is this what you guys wanted? More expensive shit?
Bring out the big charts because it had no chance of standing. Fortunately, we came armed with a little smaller chart. So it's 67%, so we're going to be charging a discounted reciprocal tariff of 34%. I think, in other words, they charge us, we charge them less. So how can anybody be upset? They will be because we never charge anybody anything. But now we're going to charge. European Union, they're very tough, very, very tough traders.
Well, there's a pair of Reeboks that I bought like maybe 4 years ago. It used to be $80. That same pair of shoes is now $120. There was a T-shirt, I bought a Vans T-shirt. I remember, like 2 years ago from like Vans in the States. I paid like $35 for it. The same T-shirt, almost the same exact T-shirt. A year later, was like $45. It's crazy. Everything's like there was, dude. I wanted to buy a bag of fucking flaming hot Cheetos. A bag of flaming hot Cheetos is like $5 in the States. Do you guys know that?
What?
It's $5 here.
It's here.
No, here's like
after you pay import taxes and shit. There, it's like it's not even like the biggest size. Like it's a pretty big bag of Cheetos. But like a bag of flaming hot Cheetos should not be like $5.50 in a fucking Safeway, bro. What the fuck is wrong with that shit? I'm not talking about egg prices. I'm talking about flaming hot Cheetos, folks. Don't come at me with your lame milk and rice prices, okay? We're talking shit that people actually want to eat.
You know, you think of European Union, very friendly. They rip us off. It's so sad to see. It's so pathetic. 39%. We're going to charge them 20%, so we're charging them essentially half. Vietnam, great negotiators, great people. They like me, I like them. The problem is
great people. I love the people. We love the people of Vietnam. Like what?
They charge us.
You're fucking them over, man. Stop saying great people. No one's happy about this, bro.
90%. We're going to charge them 46% tariff. Taiwan, where they took all of our computer chips and semiconductors. We used to be the king, right? We were everything. We had all of it. Now we have almost none of it, except the biggest company is coming in. We're going to end up with almost 40%. Lee Zeldin's working to get their approvals. And it's
going to go over every country on the list right now and like make a zinger about them.
Company, Mr. Wei, of one of the great companies of the world, actually. They're coming in from Taiwan, and they're going to build one of the biggest plants in the world, maybe the biggest for that. But 64%, we're going to charge them 32%. Japan.
Oh, he is going through. Okay, we don't need to watch the whole thing. So Japan.
That China.
China is 34%, which is crazy, bro. Everything's made in China. Like
you're cooked, brother.
Bro, all the cheap shit that you usually get from China. So stocks have plunged. Let's watch some CNN. Stocks plunge as Wall Street reacts to Trump tariffs. And the stock market's already been fucked ever since Trump has been in office. My sister has lost like a whole bunch of money in the stock market. Everybody's losing money.
Rip.
Let's see how everybody's panicking.
This is CNN Breaking News.
Now we begin with the breaking news from Wall Street. Trading has been underway now for just about 30 minutes, and nervous investors, very nervous investors, are weighing in on President Trump's historic new global tariffs. The early assessment, deep concerns. Almost all goods entering the United States will face...
Fuck you, but I fucking hate Wolf Blitzer. Let me just say that. Okay, the man shows no emotion. He's been doing this for fucking years, bro. He's as fucking, like, neutral as a fucking wall, man. You can't read the man.
tax of at least 10%, and that means inflation-weary Americans will see even higher prices on virtually everything. And that adds to the deepening concerns among economists that the U.S. and indeed much of the world may be on a collision course with a recession. Let's begin this hour with CNN Business and Politics.
How many recessions am I supposed to live through, bro? As a millennial, this is like my 4th or 5th global recession? Stop it, bro. Everybody told you this was going to cause a recession. Why are you doing it, you dumb fuck?
Correspondent Vanessa Yurkevich, she's in New York, watching all of this unfold. So, Vanessa, where do the markets stand right now?
Damn.
Wolf, markets are tumbling as investors.
Wolf looks fucking cooked, bro. What happened to you, Wolf?
Investors are really digesting worse than
Oh,
expected.
whoa, did you guys see that?
He did the Biden look.
And right now.
Wolf, markets are tumbling as investors are really digesting worse than
Wolf's not feeling it, yo.
expected tariffs. You have the Dow, the NASDAQ, and the S&P all down below, as you can see there, 3%. Retail stocks in particular really selling off. Nike, Adidas, Lululemon, these are companies that source a lot of their goods from abroad, countries that are now under higher tariffs. And just look at the countries that were hit in yesterday.
Not Lululemon. Tory sends $5 and says he literally applied a 10% tariff on an uninhabited island in Australia. Man is a dumbass. What did the seagulls ever do to him? Damn, I didn't know that. Uninhabited islands, I mean, hey, everybody should pay. Okay, seagulls have to pay, Tory. Everybody's got to pay, but they're lovely seagulls. They're great people.
Today's announcement. You have the European Union, 20% tariff. You have Japan, 24%, China, 34%, and Vietnam, 46%. Key trading partners to the U.S. Investors are worried what this means for businesses, and then, of course, those businesses' profits. But let's just reset. What do we know right now?
Bro,
We
we're
know
fucked.
that
I need to order like everything now on like Amazon before I even arrive. Like take advantage
People
of
are so fucked.
our low prices. What the fuck, dude?
Crazy. Like they were already struggling.
Prices in Lebanon have actually also gone up a lot because now when you import anything from abroad, the government is charging like 35 to 40% and like fucking customs. So if you want to sell anything imported here, bro, it costs like shopping here is fucking expensive as shit, bro. It's so unpleasant. Plus, so many brands like when the war was happening and the economic collapse and all of that, like a lot of just brands up and left, like that you don't find a lot of brands in stores here now. A lot of them are in support of Israel. So good fucking riddance. But it is much harder to shop here, so I was kind of looking forward to do some shopping in the States, but like...
I think حتلحق.
Do I have time?
Like, just on the cusp. By the way, a lot of people are telling you not to go and that maybe you'll get deported or sent to prison.
People get really mad whenever you mention you're going there because they're scared for you.
I know. I mean, like, they're scared that H3 fans are going to, like, report me at the airport. H3 fans, look, we might have differences. Don't be assholes. Okay, let me go visit my family, all right?
It's going to be fine, guys. It's gonna be
no
fine.
need to report me at the airport. Like, come on. Jesus Christ.
Auto tariffs in effect right now. But coming on Saturday is that 10% universal tariff on Wednesday, higher tariffs on about 60 countries, tariffs on auto parts, foreign auto parts on May 3rd, and then maybe coming additional tariffs on lumber, semiconductors, and I'll add copper there as well. And as you mentioned, Wolf, there is talk of what this could mean for a recession. I just spoke to an analyst who says that the longer that these tariffs stay in place, the more likely that there will be a recession. We also heard from Mark Zandi from Moody's Analytics, who said if they follow through, if these tariffs go into effect, I'd buckle up and brace for impact. A recession seems more likely than not. Wolf?
All right, Vanessa Yurkevich in New York for us. Thank you very much.
So, I mean, everybody panicking. I found a fun article which kind of breaks down which products will be affected by tariffs. Here's what Trump's Liberation Day could make pricier. So for example, which products will become more expensive with tariffs? Because of the 10% universal tariff on imports, any imported good is likely to become more expensive in the coming weeks and months as American companies digest the import duties and adjust their prices. For instance, after Mr. Trump added tariffs to imported washing machines during his first term, the median price of an appliance jumped more than 11%, adding about $86 to the cost of a new unit. Electronics like iPhones and TVs. So among the nations targeted by Trump's tariffs, China, Taiwan, and South Korea, who export electronics to the U.S., from Apple iPhones to television sets. The Trump administration plans to hit China with a tariff of 34%, which means that products manufactured there and imported to the U.S. could see higher prices soon after the levies go into effect on April 9th. Oh, fuck, I'm definitely fucked by the new prices. God damn. Almost all iPhones still manufactured in China, according to Council on Foreign Relations, although Apple has shifted some manufacturing to India. However, the Trump administration will also be adding a 26% tariff to Indian imports. Apple produces basically all their iPhones in China, and the question will be around exemptions on this tariff policy. Blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, dude, iPhones are already fucking $600 or $700 for the base model, $1,000. So how much more are people going to be expected to pay, bro? This is seriously insane. Automobiles. In addition to Trump's previously announced 25% tariff on auto imports, which go into effect today, imported autos will also face the 10% universal tariff. Holy shit, bro. So ultimately, American consumers could end up paying an additional $2,500 to $5,000 for the lowest cost American cars and up to $20,000 more for some imported models, according to an April 2nd estimate.
That's crazy.
Clothing and shoes. The bulk of apparel and shoes sold in the U.S. stores like Walmart and Target is manufactured outside of U.S., with China, Vietnam, and Bangladesh among the biggest exporters. All three nations will face tariffs from the Trump administration at 34% for China, 46% for Vietnam, and 37% for Bangladesh. That means if you buy like a $10 t-shirt from Walmart that's made in China, it's now going to cost $14 or $15. This is crazy, bro. This is really crazy. This is going to affect a lot of people. Salt of the earth, blue-collared, hard-working, God-fearing Americans that voted for Donald Trump. And this is going to affect everybody, bro. Rich, poor, blue, red state, trans, not trans, everybody. Everybody going to be paying them tariffs, baby. Wine and spirits. Italian and French wines and Scottish whiskey are also likely to rise in price, as European Union imports will face a tariff of 20%, while the UK will face 10%. Tariffs on imported wines will create a ripple effect across the industry, impacting importers, distributors, and consumers alike. So Amoroso, whose company owns direct-to-consumer wine retailers, added, while it's better than 200%, a 20% tariff still compounds through the supply chain and could lead to a 40% or more 40% cost increase for wine. Oh my God, bro. That's crazy. Furniture, coffee and chocolate, everything. Nothing is safe, folks. Swiss watches. So get ready for the import wars. What's the chat saying about imports? Are they worried? Are they concerned?
Yeah, everyone's saying
They
that's a
said things
shithole
were already
now.
expensive, so
Yeah. But Anthony, people are like, come to Canada.
meet your family in Canada.
Yeah, meet your family in Canada. Go to Canada.
I've been to Canada. I have been to Niagara Falls, and I was kicked out from Canada, folks. I was kicked out by Border
Why?
Patrol in
What?
Canada. I'm
Why?
not going to tell you guys why on this here stream, but
We can guess.
Let's just say Canadian Border Patrol are fucking assholes. So, hey, but what I will say is that I do not believe that Niagara Falls represents all of Canada or all Canadians, okay? It's a fucking shithole. The falls themselves are nice. Everything else, I would never go back there. In my life.
People are genuinely afraid for your safety. They're like, what if he ends up in
Yeah.
El Salvador because of the show?
Guys, I'm a U.S. citizen.
Guys, you're
I was
crazy.
born in America, okay? I was born there. I have my passport.
They're like, a passport can't protect you.
As far as I know, I'll be safe, okay? But if they do take me to El Salvador, expect some fun-ass fucking live streams from El Salvador, folks. I'll hang out with a gay hairdresser that was kidnapped and put there. I'll find him. I'll find the gay hairdresser, and I will bring him. I'll bring him on stream in the middle of an El Salvadorian prison. We'll borrow someone's iPhone. I'll trade cigarettes for an iPhone. I'll connect to the internet, folks. I'm resourceful, okay? Speaking of inflation, this has been on my list for like 2 weeks. I've been wanting to talk about this, but I've never had the chance. I just want to talk about this quickly. Americans, how bad do you guys have it? Klarna has announced that DoorDash is now one of their official partners. Customers can choose to break their payments into 4 equal interest-free installments or delay them until next payday. So DoorDash
That is
is
actually insane.
DoorDash is food delivery. So like you're craving some Chipotle, you want it ordered to your house, you can now pay for your Chipotle in 4 payments. Don't buy the Chipotle. If you need to split a Chipotle payment in 4 payments or offset it to the next paycheck, folks, you should not be ordering out.
No.
Dude, America is really doing bad, bro. Like, how down bad are you guys? Seriously, it's fucking scary.
They've been broke for years. Everyone in the U.S. has been broke for years.
Can you pass me the IQOS? I'm feeling the smoke, folks. I'm sorry, guys.
Paying
I'm gonna hit
for
that
your
IQOS.
nuggets in installments.
Right?
That's crazy, man.
I'm on my second payment of nuggets.
Because their DoorDash fees are like $20.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's not like that here.
To be fair, delivering on DoorDash or those apps in the States is fucking insanely expensive. I did it twice, bro, last year, and I almost cried. Like, I wanted to get some Chick-fil-A. Bro, I ended up paying like $19 for some fucking chicken nuggets from Chick-fil-A.
Because I know it's huge there. I know it's not like here.
And you got to tip
Here
the driver.
delivery is pretty cheap.
And the drivers expect like such high tips, which I get it. Like if they're getting paid shit wages, but like it shouldn't be on the consumer to like cover your whole fucking salary. But it's fucking crazy, dude. That you get taxed and fees, service fees, tips, and if you leave a low tip, the driver gets fucking pissy. It's like Jesus Christ. And again, all my respect to service workers and drivers. And I used to be a waiter at a restaurant, folks. So do not come at me with I love tips and I understand the value of tips.
It's not the drivers or the delivery workers' fault because they're precarious workers in Aslan. It's the fucking corporations.
It's the corporations.
As always.
It's the corporations that don't pay them enough to survive and make them have to rely on fucking tips. It's horrible, bro. The gig economy is...
Lick, just in case... They're searching people's phones.
I know.
At the borders.
I
So
know.
delete all mention of Israel.
I know, bro. I know, guys. I know. I'm fucking stressed out about this. And I'm a fucking American citizen. I'm not supposed to be stressed. I'm not supposed to be afraid of coming. Like, they used to tell me, welcome home. Like, when I used to pass by the airport and, like, stand, like,
No,
welcome
they're
home.
not.
They ain't gonna be telling me welcome home this time.
They're gonna be like, go back to your country.
But they're gonna fucking spit on my
They're
ass,
gonna
bro.
revoke your passport.
It is pretty horrible, isn't it? DoorDash, blah, blah.
Someone before said in chat that uninformed leftists said in a recent live stream that they want to collab with you.
Really? Bro, I love uninformed leftists. James, I believe is his name. We've been talking on like Discord, but like each one, like he'll message me, I'll respond 2 weeks later, then he'll reply to me 2 weeks later, then I'll reply 2 weeks later. He's awesome. Uninformed leftist is the man. I definitely want to collab with him. He was working on something earlier. Plus, at one point, I kind of want to be honest with you guys. Like when when H3 picked up on our video of me like reacting to Israelis running for their lives, I felt like I did not want to impose myself on other creators so that they don't like inherit the mess I got myself in, because I don't want to make them look bad. I don't want to discredit them by them having to associate with me or something, in case that lost any credibility. You know what I mean?
I like uninformed leftists.
He's great. No, Uninformed Leftist is awesome. I definitely want to collab with him. It's been in the works for a while. I just need to reconnect with him, but he's awesome. He's been doing some great work, keeping Ethan and the H3 crew accountable, and he has some great commentary. He's also been doing like interesting interviews and stuff. So we love Uninformed Leftist. Elliot Page.
Let's look at some transphobia.
Let's look at some transphobia on Twitter.
Trigger warning, transphobia on Twitter.
So here is an interview with Elliot Page, and I hope this doesn't get me copyrighted. This is from ET, but so this person says this is honestly sad to see, and then we're gonna go down and read some of the replies. Like there was nothing sad, but like it seemed like Elliot Page was happy talking about this. But let's see why this is sad according to some people.
Goodness, what has brought me the most joy? The most joy. It's, you know, getting out of the shower and the towels around your waist and you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're just like, there I am. I'm not having all these little moments that used to be just being in a t-shirt. It's being able to touch my chest and feel comfortable in my body for probably the first time.
So I don't know how someone could.
That's heartwarming, and
Tears
it's
of
sad
joy.
that someone sees it as sad.
Right, someone sees this as sad. Like Elliot here is like crying because of those little things, like just looking down and not seeing the chest that he doesn't associate with like his own body, or like wrapping a towel around his waist. These little things that I take for granted, like I'm just a dude, that's how I look, or I just wrap a towel around my waist. But to Elliot, to someone who's trans and who had to fight to feel like the person that they are on the inside, those little things mean a lot to them. You know what I mean? So for this moment to be categorized as this is honestly sad to see, and what's even sadder is scrolling down and reading the replies to this fucking tweet. And trigger warning in case this upsets you, because there's some really horrible shit. Joseph McCarran says, she's such a chick. Lol, crying uncontrollably like a chick. Complaining about nothing like a chick. She's more a woman now than ever. Like, like holy fuck, like this is unhinged shit. Living in CA says, our niece hasn't transitioned because her parents won't allow it, but she's miserable pretending to be a boy.
What?
Golden Age says, she regrets her decision. The only person she's trying to convince is herself. And by the way, this has 4.2k likes.
It's crazy they're trying to talk on his behalf.
Right? So Hooked says, you can tell the abuse, and they're all, by the way, referring to him as she. They're all like doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
You can tell the abuse she suffered made her hate her woman parts. Clearly, this is not a real solution. She's still a mess. I hope she finds peace someday. Like her woman parts. Like how is this like a fucking 12-year-old writing this? By the way,
bro, they don't understand that these are tears of happiness because they don't know human emotion.
But what about her woman?
Stupid.
But Karine, what about her woman parts? She's sick of them.
Woman parts?
The woman parts, the boobs, and the downstairs area.
Downstairs.
Fan of Objective Truth says, does anyone else think there's a lot of sexual trauma going on in Hollywood and that is the cost for the statistically anomalous prevalence of transgenderism there? 1.6k likes. Null says, you cannot change your sex. That is an incontrovertible biological fact. If you aren't comfortable with who you are, there are any number of ways to cope and deal with that, but cutting off parts of your body will never bring you happiness or peace. But why do you care so much what someone else... Why do they care so much what someone else fucking does, bro? It's fucking crazy. By the way, I can't wait to see Elliot Page and Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, and him casting him in The Odyssey is such a fuck you to all these fucks who are like, I love Chris Nolan because he's anti-woke. Well, what about now, motherfucker?
Chris Nolan.
What about now, motherfuckers? Huh?
Bro, trans people are the flavor of the month, unfortunately. I'm sorry, trans people. Cutting off the woman parts.
Who
cares?
Lizzie says, why on earth did someone tell her that's a good hairstyle? Anna Deerwinko says, she's such a good actress. Anyone who watched her performance in the movie Tallulah must be devastated watching this now. I can't get it. Honestly beautiful and talented. I don't see a man in her and can't process why she sees a man in herself.
You are stupid.
Ugh, I hate the people projecting because they feel awful about themselves.
I know, and they're so confident in their assertments and their assertions. Sorry, like this is clearly because of Hollywood. She's so unhappy. She's been through sexual trauma in the past.
Yeah, there must have like logical reasoning that you have to understand.
I haven't seen a single like positive fucking message. Eccentric Guru says it's a boy pretending to be a girl, not the other way around.
I must believe that a bunch of these are bots. I have to believe that a bunch of these are bots.
I mean, they have to, but also like this is where.
But also, Twitter is a cesspool
I feel like,
now.
unfortunately, not.
This is where Twitter is at. This is where like America is at in terms of like discourse. And again, Trump being elected and the whole manosphere being like sort of I don't know, like.
They're brainwashing the teenage girls. If they want to cut off their boobs, what the fuck is going on? I wanted to fuck a teenage girl, but now I can't anymore.
80% of women only want to date 20% of men. High value men, high value women, low value women. It's crazy.
Keep the teenage girl boobs in the country. Fuck.
We do have one, I guess. This is as nice as they're gonna be. This is from Kano's Medjur. He says she still looks beautiful, TBH. So
that's just sick.
I mean,
shut up, man. Shut up.
I guess that's as nice as it's gonna get for this.
Haley D gifted 5 more subs.
Haley D.
Haley D on fire.
Haley, we love you. You're the best. Blessing us as always. Before we get to AB and H3, just a couple more things. Thank you for being patient with us, folks. You know, we use AB and H3 on our thumbnails to get you in, but we want to talk about some other things as well. You know what I mean? Snow White. Rachel Zegler, our pro-Palestine queen, has been causing a bit more controversy here. Let me move on to that real quick. We're okay on time. Hollywood Reporter, a Snow White producer's son is harshly slamming Rachel Zegler, accusing the star of hurting the film with her social media comments. Let's read a bit of that. Right here. Again, everybody is hating. The movie's flopping. Let's be real.
Is it Ben Platt's brother?
I'm not sure. Let's find.
Yeah,
John Platt. So a Snow White producer's son is harshly slamming Rachel Zegler, accusing the star of hurting the film with her social media comments. Jonah Platt, son of Mark Platt, took to Instagram to defend his father against Zegler fans in the wake of a Variety story that noted that Platt, apparently at Disney's behest, flew to New York City in August to ask the actress to remove a Free Palestine comment that she made on X while she was thanking Disney fans for watching the Snow White trailer. A commentator called Platt's father creepy as hell and said the producer's efforts to control Zegler's social media posts were uncalled for. In a since-deleted reply, Jonah Platt, who hosts the Being Jewish podcast, wrote, "Oh, okay. You really want to do this? Yeah. My dad, the producer of an enormous piece of Disney IP with hundreds of millions of dollars on the line, had to leave his family to fly across the country to reprimand his 20-year-old employee for dragging her personal politics into the middle of promoting the movie for which he signed a multi-million-dollar contract to get paid and do publicity for." He continued, This is called adult responsibility and accountability, and her actions clearly hurt the film's box office. Free speech does not mean you're allowed to say whatever you want in your private employment without repercussions. Tens of thousands of people worked on that film, and she hijacked the conversation for her own immature desires at the risk of all the colleagues and crew and blue-collar workers who depend on that movie to be successful. Yeah. Narcissism is not something to be coddled or encouraged.
Loser.
Jesus. Fucking get a grip, motherfucker. The movie fucking tanked because of Gal Gadot, because the fucking
it's crazy they're blaming Rachel.
because the movie looked fucking stupid, okay? Because they had like what, the 7 like buddies, the 7 companions that they panicked, and then they changed them into dwarves again, so they had to spend. They basically filmed the movie twice, bro. They did a whole bunch of fucking reshoots. They had 7 companions. It wasn't dwarves at first. It was like a mix of people. There was like one little there was one little person that was like, it was a mix of like people, like a black dude, like a regular people. The internet went fucking crazy, so rumor has it that Disney like
diversity
diversity of dwarves.
What are these DEI dwarves? We don't want your DEI dwarves. So Disney panicked, apparently reshot like half of the film, made a bunch of fucking CGI dwarves, like, here you go. Is that what you wanted? So I mean, it's not Rachel Zegler's fault that Disney spent $260 million on this fucking movie. You know how much money it needs to make to break even at that budget? Like $700 million worldwide. It was never going to make that fucking money, bro. Like fucking Ariel, Little Mermaid barely made like $500 million. So chill the fuck out.
It's a fucking Disney live action remake. I haven't seen any of the Disney live action ones. So like, it's inherent. It was not gonna do well, no matter who was in the fucking movie.
They're all these Disney remakes most of them are not doing very well. Mark Platt previously weighed in on the topic of actors making political statements on his son's podcast. The elder Platt, who also produced the mega hit Wicked, was asked about the film stars Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo making pro-Palestine statements and how he handles such instances. No decent human being wants any suffering in humanity from decent people, he said. What happens in instances is individuals ascribe their names to something where they are not being completely informed. And the messaging to them is, there is suffering here. Zionists are always like, they're not completely informed. Oh, they don't know. They mean well, but they don't know. That's why they're defending Palestinians. Oh, poor you, motherfucker. There is suffering here. We must speak out for suffering. The message doesn't include there is also suffering over here. Oh, of course. So poor Palestinians, but also poor Israelis. That's what they want us to say. You can only feel bad for Palestinians if you feel equally bad for the Israelis, who are the aggressors.
Gal Gadot is literally evil.
Dude, Gal Gadot,
she's literally evil.
Honestly, best casting in the world. Disney, chapeau bas. Evil queen, Gal Gadot, great. So blah, blah, blah. There is suffering that was promoted or instigated by an act of terror. Okay. There is suffering that was prompted or instigated by an act of terror or an act of evil. There is a terrorist group in place that wishes for the annihilation of a whole group of people. That gets left out of the conversation. So my way of dealing with it, when the moment is right, is to have that conversation where I can be heard and not in the midst of anger. And I feel good about those conversations that I've been having. I also like to fire actresses that disagree with me. He did not say that. Blah, blah, blah. More controversy. So we also have the son of John Lennon. So John Lennon's son calls Rachel Zegler a spoiled, ungrateful brat over Snow White drama. So let's read that. Again, why are all these old fucking men in their fucking 30s and 40s complaining about fucking Snow White, a Disney fucking fairy tale for little girls? For little girls! And Rachel Zegler's like a beautiful 20-year-old like actress, bro. Like, all of you people would like kill to be with someone half as attractive as that, but like, okay, sure, go off. Is like, she's hairy, she has hair on her back, she's nasty. So John Lennon's son Sean calls Rachel Zegler a spoiled, ungrateful brat.
Loser, no one knows you. Failed Nepo baby. Right.
Oh, he's called Ono Lennon. That's kind of a cool name, though. Sean Ono Lennon is weighing in on the Snow White drama. The 49-year-old, folks. He's fucking 50.
I highly doubt he's popular for his name.
The 49-year-old son of late Beatles star of John Lennon and Yoko Ono shared a scathing message about Rachel Zegler on X, formerly Twitter. What did he say? Lennon stated that while he agrees the vilification of the 23-year-old actress went too far, he said Zegler also acts like a spoiled, ungrateful, and disconnected brat, so it's no surprise. Where's the full tweet? Okay, there it is. Both Gal Gadot and Rachel Zegler are exceptionally beautiful women. Some of y'all are bugging. Some people are saying, but beauty is on the inside. That is not the kind of beauty that gets you modeling or acting or even bodybuilding jobs. Some people are genetically gifted in the beauty department, and that is a fact of life. There's a lot you can do to help with style and personality, but none of that is going to win a bodybuilding competition. For example, if you don't have good genetics, let's not be babies. Physical What is not on the inside? What is he talking about? In a
Oh
previous
my God,
post, that's,
is he just jealous he's talentless?
in a previous post that's also been deleted, he called the co-stars exceptionally beautiful women. Okay, so that was. Where's the post that we want to talk about? Is it deleted? Oh, there it is. There it is. Here's the tweet. I agree that vilification went too far, but she also acts like a spoiled, ungrateful, and disconnected brat, so it's no surprise. Okay, Sean Ono, go fuck yourself, dumbass motherfucker, old ass motherfuckers talking about Rachel Zegler and a kids movie, bro. Where's all the smoke for a kids movie? What the fuck?
I figured all these guys are just like failed nepo babies. Like Jonah Platt is Ben Platt's less successful brother, and his father is a billionaire producer or millionaire producer in Hollywood, and you couldn't even break out with the industry even with all these connections, so now you're taking it out on Rachel Zegler, who's like an actual rags to riches story, because you're jealous that you're an untalented fuck. Plus, the blue-collar workers that were on the Snow White set were already paid, because that's how it works for wages. You get paid when the movie's done production. But you wouldn't know that because you haven't worked a day in your life.
Keep ranting. I'm going to go pee. There you go.
And one other thing. John Lennon's son, you're only famous for being John Lennon's son. I've never heard of you before this, and I know everything about pop culture, and I'm serious. And I wasn't here when they were talking about the incels and, what's her face?
Which one?
And the incels and Rachel Zegler. They were like, ew, she has back hair. Are you a little infant baby? Are you a pedophile? Women have hair all over their body. It's called peach fuzz. And even if it wasn't, why do women have to abide by these fucking standards for you to consider them human beings? Oh my God, I can't fuck her, therefore she's ugly and worthless. Get a job.
Rant over. Someone said Sean Lennon had somewhat of a career doing alternative music in the 90s, but he's a middling talent.
I'm in the bathroom and I just hear.
His name.
Oh, sorry, please.
Nothing.
I just hear Karine like, women have hair all over their bodies.
I was talking about the Rachel Zegler incels. Don't worry, I didn't say anything incriminating.
Did I interrupt? You were reading a message. I think I interrupted you.
No, I was just telling her about what Sean Lennon did.
We're going
failed musician.
Failed musician. We're going to move to. Sorry, we're going to move to the AB section, folks. It is the section you've all been waiting for. All right, let's talk about it, folks. First, let's start with the original video. Sorry, there's a lot to like get around here, so I just want to make sure that I don't leave anything out. I'm gonna keep this open right here, and I'm gonna have my notes open right here. Sorry, y'all. Just a moment.
Yeah, they've never been close to a woman.
Okay, so yesterday, I come across this tweet on Twitter, or X, formerly known as Twitter. And this is the first time, like, so this is like, I don't know, like a Dexerto wannabe, but like this is apparently like some kind of a fucked up right-wing version of that website. Yeet, it's called. And they say, AB from H3 takes shots at Milhouse. And they put Milhouse in quotations. Milhouse is a podcaster, do not worry, who's also been taking shots at AB and the rest of H3. And then he quotes what AB says. Now, we watched this yesterday, but I didn't really give much of a reaction because I wanted to address it today. Here is what AB had to say about yours truly.
I did not lose any sleep. I don't got notifications on my Twitter. I don't give a fuck. But him trying so hard to cosplay is whatever the fuck he's trying to do. It didn't go so smooth for him. And also, you know, fuck it. Milhouse, I don't know if you'll see.
So I like it. I love it. First of all, like,
also,
he took like 10 seconds to like think about it. Like, should I? Like, also, all right, fuck it. Milhouse, like, AB, I don't know what, like, if you're afraid of like saying something about me, I'm not gonna fucking come after you, bro. I'm powerless. So there's nothing that I can do to harm you. Don't be afraid. You don't need to think about it for that long and be like, fuck it, I'ma go for it. You're safe. This is a safe space, okay? It's just kind of funny how much he had to think about it. Like, should I mention this guy? Also kind of makes me feel good because you're making me feel powerful, AB. Is that what you're trying to make me feel? You're trying to make me feel like I have some kind of power over you because I don't. And I don't want to have any power over you. But you're kind of acting like I have some kind of influence.
Honestly, that was awkward, like, of him.
Yeah, it was awkward.
Just sitting there thinking about it very deeply. But I mean, let's continue watching the video. Sorry, I'm just waiting for the.
Also, you know,
fuck it, man.
Fuck it. Millhouse, I don't know if you'll see this clip. I want to say shame on you for me telling a white dude that he has no right to speak for me as an Arab. And then you look at the camera and you say, well, as a Lebanese person, I'm saying that you're a disappointment. You could say whatever you want. Nahnu Arab. You can say whatever you.
Don't make fun of his Arabic. Let's be nice. Well, he's been living in LA for in the States for most of his life. Detroit, Michigan. So I guess and he's half white. He's not fully Lebanese.
At least you know how to speak Arabic, bro.
He's
good.
trying. Okay, Nahnu Arab, Nahnu Arab. I hear you, AB. I'm with you, my man. Okay. Rewind a little bit.
You can say whatever you want. Nahnu Arab. You can say whatever you want to me, say however you want it, but to do it in a way in which you side with a white person, Habibi, you're getting too high off the snark cloud, okay? I'm telling you that.
I'm sorry, but the white person did way more than, like, he spoke out way more than AB has.
So the white person he's talking about is Mike.
So what?
Is Mike from PA.
Mike from PA.
And let's watch the clip that he's talking about. So Mike from PA. So AB shared like this clip from Mike from PA a couple of days ago, and he was like, fuck Mike, why is he telling me all of these things, etc. I reacted to that clip, and here's what I had to say. So AB was like, Mike from PA, like, how dare you, a white man, tell me as an Arab that like I'm betraying my own people. So I was kind of like, look. Okay, if you're not comfortable with Mike from PA saying it, a white man, I'm gonna say it as an Arab. AB, you are kind of disappointing your people. So here's the clip that AB got mad at. That's why he made that video. You should say that to Ethan and Ela, AB. Say it to Ethan and Ela. Yeah. This person then has the nerve to tell me that I'm selling out my own people. Who the fuck are you to say that I'm selling out my own people? Is this Mike from the Middle East? Okay, AB, I'll say it. This is Anthony from the Middle East. This is me, not Mike from PA. You're kind of selling out your own people. AB and Lena, you're selling out your own people by being on the H3 podcast and by letting Ethan and Ela spread Zionist propaganda unchecked. You should stop helping him. You are kind of a contributor. So this is what I said. Okay, I told AB, so if he doesn't want to hear it from a white man like Mike from PA, maybe he'll hear it from me as a Lebanese man. So that upset him. And AB's like, you're siding with the white man, and why aren't you siding with your own people? But AB, my guy, the irony of all of this is that the only reason we're upset at you is because you have been siding with a white man for the last year and a half against your own people, the Arabs. You've been siding with Ethan Klein as he sits there and spews Zionist and IDF propaganda like Hamas hides military bases under hospitals, and if the Palestinians are let out of Gaza, they're going to eat all of the Israelis and destroy them. That's why Israel needs to remain an ethno-state. A whole bunch of shit. Ela Klein sits there and says that the IDF don't commit daily atrocities. Ela Klein believes that Palestinian kids are taught to hate Israelis and to kill them since they're 2 years old. Like, there's all this sort of shit that is happening that when you're just kind of sitting there silently, and Ela is not a white person. Ethan Klein is a white man. I can make the same argument. So you coming for me for agreeing with a white man, and like that's the irony. Why is Mike from PA more supportive of Palestine and being more consistent? Nour, just watch out for the milk. Why is Mike from PA being more consistent about Palestine and about defending Palestine than you? Hey, that's where we're disappointed, AB. That's why we're kind of surprised. And as you and Lena, as the two Lebanese representatives on a fucking Zionist podcast, we have a golden opportunity to have you guys there refuting all of these bullshit claims that Ethan and Ela make, yet you're not doing it. Now I understand, we're going to talk about the difficult position that you're in, all of that. But just calling me out for agreeing with a white man, but that's all you've been doing. You've been doing the white man's bidding for the last year and a half on the Zionist Hasbara podcast, essentially. Maki, sorry. Anything in the chat, ladies?
People, wait.
Sorry,
bonkers that he just keeps going along with it and bitches and moans about you, Diogenes said. Yeah, I mean, for real. Someone said AB should start saying real hardline anti-Zio shit in Arabic on air and just lie about what it means, and the host inevitably asks him what he said. Yeah, I mean, I wish he had that.
So when you scroll down here, it actually says the H3 subreddit reacts, and these are some posts from the H3 subreddit. Now, this one said, AB went on to say that he hopes Milhouse and his family are safe as Lebanon is actively being bombed right now by Israel. And I did actually find that clip. We're going to watch it. Someone says, because he's a good person. Then other people went on to say, I love how that guy is unironically Milhouse now. I still genuinely have no idea what his actual name is. I forgot that that isn't his real name. I'll paraphrase something, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to read this whole thing. How does AB's burrito taste, Milhouse? Keep my AB's burrito out of your fucking mouth. So to find that clip, I unfortunately had to go into the H3 subreddit and dig through all of these fucking hate comments to find AB's full video. So let me just show you.
I did not lose.
Video. Boom, sorry.
Say his name. Anthony. Say his name.
Say my name. Oh, they've reacted to all of that. They hate it. So here is the second part of AB's video that the guy cut out. Like the guy is like whoever runs that Twitter account is trying to start shit between me and AB. So here's the full. Here's the rest of the video.
Get his ass. That's the thing. I don't want to have beef with him. I know he's going through it. I don't agree. I don't agree with some of the horrible shit, the horrific, some of the horrific shit he said.
When they say the horrific shit I said, they're talking about me reacting to Israelis running from the Iranian bombing. Again, it was a legitimate response after Israel attacked the Iranian consulate in Syria. No civilians died. There was one civilian that died, unfortunately. We were just having some fun after 7 months of watching babies getting blown up on our phones in Palestine, okay? So
you'll be okay, AB.
Seeing Israelis getting a small taste of their own medicine was a little bit cathartic, AB. So I don't think what I said was that crazy when you look at it in context.
I don't want to be the guy to start beef with another Lebanese dude who's living in Lebanon that's actively being bombed right now. I don't want to be the guy. I don't want to say that he shouldn't feel a certain way because I know he's living there and he's going through it. But I guess that's the difference.
Difference between what?
To which they'll watch this clip and they'll say, no, the difference is you do this and you work for this. Okay, whatever. Inshallah, you.
I guess he's trying to say, like, that's the difference between you and me. Like, I'm willing to go for him, even though he's Arab, but he's not going to attack me because I'm Arab. And AB, we've been very nice to you, man.
You've never attacked him ever, actually.
We've been very generous. We've been very charitable. I constantly get criticized on Twitter, in the comments, in the live chat for being way too charitable and way too nice. Everyone's like, stop giving AB a second chance. Stop giving AB more chances. He's shown us his true colors. He has picked a side, okay? And I'm always defending you because, AB, let me full screen myself for this because you are my Lebanese brother, bro. And inta khay Lebanese. You know how many people have told me, like, why don't you fight AB in, like, Creator Clash 3 or box AB in Creator Clash 4? I'm like, I don't want to have to fight my Lebanese brother, bro. We should be, like, hand in hand together. I don't want to fight you. And I don't even think you want to hit me. You know what I mean? Like, part of me, it's going to be hard for me to dislike you, bro. You're always going to be one of my favorites because you're Lebanese. And again, when you got hired on the H3 podcast, I was fucking ecstatic. Having one of us being in there, influencing Ethan, when it comes to food, when it comes to your opinions, giving a little bit of a taste of our culture, we're very proud to have you on there, bro. But it's just been kind of disheartening seeing the takes you've been making. And let me just finish the video here because he does share some well wishes for my family. So here.
The difference is you do this and you work for this. Okay, whatever. Inshallah, you and your family are safe.
Inshallah, brother.
There you go. There's the clip. And the clip there. Hey, I have two phones. Hey, whoever clips this, end the clip there. I want him to know that I said, inshallah, your family is safe.
So, like, I don't know how sincere that is. If you're just like, I just want him to know that I said it. But, AB, thank you. Sincerely, thank you. And also, I hope your family's safe because let's be honest, AB's family, I'm guessing if AB is half Muslim, so his family might live in Shia areas. His family might be in more direct danger than I am. So, AB.
Wait, who's Shia?
I think he's Shia, yeah. He's
wow,
half Shia.
I like you more.
I believe that's the case. So, his family, if they're in the south, if he has any family in Dahia, they're in more direct danger from Israel than I am. Now, if we're doing like pain Olympics and suffering Olympics, I am in more direct danger than AB is. So please give me all your love and pity and sympathy, folks. I'm kidding. That's not what this is about. So I am in more direct danger than AB, but AB's family is also very much in the line of fire. And I appreciate it. Again, I know it's fucking awkward, AB. You think this is the first way I wanted to interact with you guys? As someone who's been watching you guys for many years, this is not the way I wanted to be on the H3 radar, but this is how things have unfortunately unfolded. Is there anything in the chat while I gather my thoughts?
I just wanted to say that I just feel it's crazy, and I think people are actually really mad because he's obviously very aware and empathetic, and he knows we're literally getting bombed by them. and he's aware he's not a stupid guy, very obviously, but whenever he's on the podcast with Ethan, he just sits there and has barely anything to say and doesn't really have a full-on response or anything like legit to say.
But
and it's just like you said, disheartening.
As
Because
annoying,
he has it in him. And
I know. And as annoying as his silence has been, we all understand. You guys know how he got his job at H3? Like, he was a massive H3 and Ethan fan, massive fan. And he once made a video defending Ethan on YouTube because Ethan was getting a whole bunch of hate. And based on that video, Ethan hired him. So imagine being hired to your dream job by your dream idol, your favorite content creator of all time, and you have your dream job. And then it's honestly Ethan's fault for transforming that dream job that AB has, that Olivia had, that a lot of the H3 crew had, into a fucking nightmare. Ethan, okay, AB's reaction to what Ethan and Eli are saying, that's his own decision. He's an adult. He's in his 30s. He's in my opinion, he's not reacting to what Ethan and Eli are saying in a correct way, but they have put him in such a difficult position where he now has to choose between like his dream job and his reputation. Like, he now gets attacked, and like AB was. I want to watch a clip of AB because now he's kind of stuck in the middle.
I just feel like that's not really a problem to have, especially when something like this is happening. This is literally a genocide to your people.
He can quit. I feel like he has a following. He has following.
Maybe he's being kind of mean to someone. No, he's being okay with a genocide.
This is what Mike from PA was kind of telling him. Like, you have an audience, you have a following. If you quit and you start like your own stream, your own like streaming channel or your own show, you can probably be successful enough and people will support you. But what I want to say is that time is running out because we're going to react to a clip from the episode. But in case I forget to, AB was talking about how he's kind of stuck in the middle. Anytime he kind of defends Hassan, H3 fans attack him and they're like, you're not against Hassan enough. And when he does talk about Palestine, he has pro-Palestinian people yelling at him, being like, you're not pro-Palestine enough. So AB, you're kind of stuck in the middle and you're trying to please everyone. But when you try to please everyone, you end up pleasing no one, bro. You know what I mean? Like, if you're trying to make the Zionists happy while keeping the pro-Palestinian audience happy, you're not going to be able to do that. Something's got to give. At some point, when it's such a extreme situation like a genocide of the Palestinians, of your people, of the Lebanese people as well, being in the middle and trying to keep the H3 fans happy, you're not going to keep them happy no matter what, unless you start shitting on Hassan every day. But you don't want to do that because you know that Hassan isn't a piece of shit anti-Semite. So if you yourself can tell that the H3 audience isn't down with your opinions, and if the H3 audience or like the anti-Zionists or anti-Israel audience isn't fucking with your opinions, then you're just kind of like, you have a nothing opinion. You know what I mean? You can't sit on 9 hours a week on a Hasbara Zionist podcast and then a couple hours on your solo stream being like, yeah, but I'm pro-Palestine because I reacted to a Palestine video on my stream. You're offsetting that 2-hour stream that you're doing with 9 hours of fucking work for fucking like a Zionist entity at this point, AB. Like, you have to make a choice, my man. You have to make a choice. You can't play both sides of the field on a fucking genocide. You're not going to keep the Zionists happy and the anti-Israeli audience. So, also, I reached out to AB. He hasn't checked out my DMs. He might not even read them. He hasn't even read them. But I asked him to come on the show. Okay, and I'm not asking you to come on the show so I can get followers off of your back. Invite me onto your Twitch stream. I don't care, bro. I just want to have a chance to talk to you because you are a Lebanese brother. I, more than most people that are criticizing H3 and Ethan Klein right now, understand where you're coming from, and I understand H3 because I have watched the show religiously for fucking years. I know every fucking inside joke. I know every reference. I know how you've been kind of like, I'm not gonna get into that. Let's keep it nice, okay? But let's have a conversation, bro. I just want to, there's a lot of people that watch my show that stopped watching your show, and I want you to get an opportunity to address these people directly. I'll give you all whatever conditions you want, we'll fucking do them. You don't want to do it live, we'll do it pre-recorded. I can turn off the live chat while we do the show. I'll send you questions that you can pre-approve in advance. I just want to get a chance to talk to you, bro. Have a one-on-one. And I'll give all the disclaimers to Ethan and Ela, you know what I mean? Because I know it's uncomfortable for you to come on the show after the things that I've said about them. I want to make this as fucking peaceful and
democratic,
smooth and democratic as possible. I know it's going to be complicated, and I don't want to get you in any trouble with Ethan. Okay, it's very important to me that I do not get you in trouble with Ethan myself, but I want to talk to you on the show, Arab man to Arab man, Lebanese man to Lebanese man, about why we're disappointed and the small steps that you can take to at least show that you're hearing out this other side of your fan base, bro, that does fucking care about you, okay? And I fucking care about you, man, okay? And I know I'm pissing off a lot of people watching. They just want me to call you Ethan's fucking attack dog or Ethan's fucking pet or something, bro, which I'm not gonna fucking do because that's fucking disrespectful.
A lot of people are saying you're giving him too much leeway,
Yeah. Someone said you're gentle parenting, AB.
Really?
بس على فكرة, didn't you say that now the H3 vibes are rancid and it's not fun anymore? Doesn't he feel the vibe is off? Like, it can't be fun for you anymore, man.
Also, AB, in case Ethan does decide to sue me, please don't let him use one of your cousins to come serve me papers, okay? I have a feeling he's gonna be like, Ethan, you can let my cousin.
That would be crazy.
I do not want. That's not how.
Really fucking funny.
That is not how I want to meet your cousins, AB. I do not want to meet your cousins by serving me legal papers for Ethan. There's a couple of. I wrote down some time codes of a clip that I want to check out. What's up, Karine?
Imagine having to go to Lebanese court and being like, yes, I was served by Ethan Klein, and then be like,
Any sleep, I don't got notifications on him.
And then you'd be like, and then he'd be like, okay, Allah, get out of here. Good job.
I don't think Lebanese court is going to give a fuck about this. Before we react to some of the clip, here is, so I tweeted this out. I said, I want to have Starkilla on the show, but I know it would make shit weird with Ethan. If there's any way to make it happen, AB, let's try. Then I put out a tweet like, can someone please provide me with a full clip or time codes? Mike from PA replies, and he says, oh, he was talking about us? I didn't even notice. I said that he's mad that I sided with a white man, you, instead of a Lebanese man. But there was a reply from AB. Mike from PA says, oh no, a white man. Liberal Itpol is disgusting. Imagine defending the Israeli genocide so you can have a cushy job in Beverly Hills. AB responds with, clip, please. He'd like a clip of basically him defending a genocide, etc. AB, again, has not responded to my DMs. He will most likely not respond to my DMs. I'm not expecting him to, but I wanted to offer like a hand, not a hand, but like I wanted to reach out. This Rusty Shackleford quote tweeted the video, and this is what he had to say. He said, AB Starkiller showed more balls going after Anthony from the Do Not Worry podcast than he does to his genocide supporting, Hasbara spreading boss Ethan Klein. Whatever respect I have for the crew is completely gone. They are all complacent. And then if you go down to the comments, there's a lot of people.
That's sad.
Well, a lot of people are defending Ethan as well. Astro Pricity says he's nothing but a disgusting, extraordinarily disgraceful shit stain in internet lore. Psychedelic Socialist says, what a douche. From day one, I knew Anthony was giving him way too much grace and support. Mumble says, no way the H3 money is that good. Anthony could get bombed any day by Israel, and he's still been the most charitable to AB. How are you going to say Do Not Worry Pod is siding with a white guy when he's literally doing the same thing? Hello. So, I mean, it is kind of ironic. Again, I just wanted to let AB know that there is no hate on this end here, but also wanted to... okay, I'm not going to read this. It's way too long. Let's cut to a video of AB. He mentions me again here, and then we're going to just react to a couple more things.
And again, like I've been getting this nonstop, but for whatever reason, just coming from a white dude. I think 'cause I saw the video and it wasn't just text. I think the video is what set me off. And now, actually yesterday I found out that fucking Millhouse puts out.
Again, calling me Millhouse,
Millhouse.
AB. Like you're seeing, I'm the only fucking guy who's being nice to you on fucking Twitter. Have the decency to call me by my name. Again, look, I don't mind them. If anyone thinks the Millhouse meme bothers me, it doesn't really fucking bother me. I'm a massive fucking Simpsons fan. Okay, like I love the Simpsons. Millhouse is a.
Honestly, Millhouse has been very cute.
It's kind of it's kind of a cute nickname, but like I don't really care about it. It's just kind of like it's very immature. Like you would think they would come up with something a little bit better, but like okay, call me Millhouse if that makes you feel better. AB, I'll let it slide, I guess. Let's just keep watching.
A video where he looks in the camera and he goes, well, I'm Lebanese. I'm telling you, you're a disappointment to our people.
He's defending Mike.
Yeah, he's defending Mike, which the irony of I'm going against my people.
Shut up, man.
Again, he can criticize me all he wants, but to do it in this thread where I'm calling out a white guy for speaking about.
Okay, just because he's white doesn't make him automatically wrong. AB, like
Identity politics.
I don't usually side with the whites, but like when a white man like Mike from PA is making some good points about Palestine and Lebanon and he's defending my people more than you are, I'm gonna be like, hey, Mike is spitting, let him cook. You know what I mean? I'll give you all the credit you want if you actually say something that is worth praising. But like the fact that like they didn't really care that they mentioned me, that was kind of funny. Like I thought they would complain more, they just let it go.
my people.
He's okay with
he
that.
sides with the white person.
He's not even like I agree with Mike, but it's like I'm okay with the concept of a white dude speaking on behalf of the Arab population.
That's not what I said. Oh my God, dude, that's not what I said. I literally said AB. What I said was AB. If you don't want to hear this from Mike, maybe you'll hear it from a Lebanese person. If it bothers you coming from like a white guy from Pennsylvania, okay? I mean, it doesn't matter. What if Mike was Mike from India? What if Mike was Prajit from India? What if Mike was, any kind of name, bro, any kind of person? What if he was Alfredo from Italy? It doesn't matter. It's the content of what he's saying that actually matters. You know what I mean?
It's fucking, yeah.
It fucking kills me.
Yeah, good, man. Let's get more of that. Hassan made a...
So then they move on. There's one more clip that I want to show you of AB that kind of made me feel bad. And again, I know, Anthony, you're being too charitable. But what can I do? He's my Arab brother, okay? He's my Arab brother.
half.
Lena is my Arab sister.
Is Lena full Lebanese?
I think Lena's full Lebanese. Again, they live here, okay, 227. Their family lives here. They're not going to get a lot of hate from me. And I have criticized them in the past, and I have sort of felt bad. So here, 227. Here, AB and Olivia go on a mini rant.
What the fuck are you talking about? Even if I'm accepting whatever he's saying, like, it makes no...
Sorry.
Oh, this is the whole Ethan uses go to Gaza as a death threat. That was a crazy one. These people are mad, dude.
Doesn't he do that?
Michael. Go ahead, Michael.
We have 762 people watching, by the way.
Yeah, we've had 700 like this.
That's fucking awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Who's Mossad would side with you? Terrorist? Nazi?
How does going after...
Sorry, you know who would side with you, Mike? Nazis, white supremacists, anti-Semites, KKK. Checkmate.
Shut up.
Yeah, just
loser.
I don't understand why going after an employee on a podcast who is a minority is helping your content because you have a problem with his boss. Like, how dare you? How dare you speak to my friend that way?
Oh, thanks.
Seriously.
Thanks,
Like,
really. Well, also, just like where...
That's not it.
Olivia means well. Olivia means well. She did go watch No Other Land.
Stop, you're
I know, I'm kidding. Okay, so, but here, again, Olivia, it's not that you work for, it's the fact that, how do I even say this, bro? How do I even describe, like, what... It is kind of your response. This isn't like a normal job where you're like sitting in an office behind the scenes. Like you are actively you're all participating. This is like a show where you're like co-hosts. Your faces are on there as your boss, and your co-host is literally saying pro-IDF, pro-Israel, anti-Palestinian stuff. And you guys are sitting there helping him. You're helping him pull up accounts. You're helping him do research. You're helping him dox people. Like all of that, it has gone beyond he's talking about our boss. You guys have now become, but that's Ethan's fault. He's made you guys complicit employees or accessories in spreading Israeli propaganda. And he's made it your decision to walk away from a good paying job if you don't want to be associated with his bullshit. It shouldn't be up. You shouldn't have to walk away from, I don't know how much the job pays. Let's say it pays 60 grand a year. You shouldn't have to walk away, Olivia, from a $60,000 a year job. AB shouldn't have to make that decision. He shouldn't have to question his whole life right now, question his whole career. What do I do? What job does my wife need to get now that we have to leave this podcast because our bosses have put us in this impossible position? If I were AB, I would have spoken out. I can't sit there quietly while someone says pro-IDF and pro-Israeli stuff. I would have annoyed the shit out of Ethan and be like, hey, Ethan, you're wrong. Hey, Ethan, excuse me. Hey, Ela, excuse me. Hey, Ethan, excuse me. I don't know how long I would have lasted on the show if I don't know how long AB would last on the show if he did that and if they would still want him on there. In my opinion, Ethan does, even though AB has been bullied on the show ever since he joined by Ethan and a lot of the crew, I do think that Ethan genuinely likes AB and would listen to him, or at the very least doesn't want to look like a racist fuck who would fire AB if AB shared his honest opinion. And the fact that the show is like recorded live actually helps AB because all the evidence would be there. You know what I mean? Of Ethan wanting to fire him because he got annoyed at what AB said. But let's keep watching this. Oopsie, sorry. Boop.
Sorry.
No. I just can't believe it.
Like he's talking about how he has a backbone, basically. He's willing to take a stand on like hating on the most hated person on the internet right now. Oh, big fucking whoop. Go after this episode, go to the snark and see how everyone calls me spineless for not defending Hassan. Then go on our subreddit and then see all the posts, how people say I'm a pussy because I am still defending Hassan. And that's all it is. Every fucking different community, Destiny's community will come say that I'm still in love with Hassan. That's having a fucking balls because I'm standing on my fucking ground and what I believe in.
True.
I'm not.
Do you see what this job is doing to AB, bro? Like, do you see what this job is doing to AB? There's no safe space for him to go to anymore. Whatever he says.
Yeah, because he did that to himself.
He did it. So Ethan did it to him first, and then AB kind of did it to himself. AB didn't help his case, but this is why I'm kind of telling AB.
Because he's not taking a fucking stand. He has nowhere to lean his back because he has no one.
You're fence sitting. You do not want the approval of H3 fans, bro. That's what you need to understand. H3 fans are fucking psychotic. The H3 official subreddit is a bunch of fucking Zionist fucking freaks who say the most fucking vile shit. So, of course, you're not going to appeal to them even if you defend Hassan for like a fucking fraction of a second, you're going to be a fucking traitor piece of shit tanky to them. And then obviously sitting there silently while Ethan and Ela spew propaganda, you're turning off the actual leftists and people that are against Israel. So who are you going to be left with? AB, what if the H3, think long term, my guy. What if the H3 podcast ceases to exist in a year or two? You're going to be remembered as the Arab guy who sat there quietly and let Ethan and Ela spew propaganda. Who's going to support you in 2 years? You have a safety net now. You have a cushion. You have the H3 podcast. But what if that goes away? What if Ethan loses his fucking mind and decides to stop the podcast? Because at the rate that it's going, the guy's going fucking insane. What if you lose so you're looking at short-term comfort and success rather than what is better for you in the long term. Stand by your principles, bro. You're going to suffer in the short term. You're going to make less money. You're going to lose the cushy paycheck. You're going to lose the cushy job. But you're going to aim some, like, who respects the H3 podcast now? All of your peers, all of the most popular Twitch streamers, all of the most popular creators. No one wants to be associated with Ethan or Ela or you guys anymore, bro. You guys aren't even allowed to talk to your friends. Ethan has made your relationship with iDubbbz and Anissa complicated, with Frogan, with Denims, with a whole bunch of fucking creators. I'm sure Ethan and Ela have made your relationships complicated as fuck. That goes to Olivia too with the fucking guy. I forgot what his name is. Like, bro. And then I'm the enemy. And then you only have smoke for me, Millhouse. I'm the fucking problem in this. Bro, you think, was I the first one to fucking call you out? I'm like the millionth person to call you out. The whole internet is disappointed in you. This is why I want to have a conversation. I don't want to have this conversation back and forth. I talked about you on my stream and you talked about me on your stream. Let's fucking have a conversation face to face. Ask Ethan for approval if you have to. I'll fucking talk to you, bro.
I'm gonna fucking get fired. I'm not gonna be sent back to Michigan. I'm not gonna make my wife starve for fucking idiots like you. Assuming your framework that even is Ethan is.
Sorry guys. Let me replay that. Because he's getting bro, a job is not supposed to stress you out like this.
I'm a pussy because I am still defending Hassan. And that's all it is. Every fucking different community, Destiny's community will come say that I'm still in love with Hassan. That's having a fucking balls because I'm standing on my fucking ground and what I believe in.
True.
I'm not gonna fucking get fired. I'm not gonna be sent back to Michigan. I'm not gonna make my wife starve for fucking idiots like you. Assuming your framework that Ethan is this evil boss and everything that you're saying. It's I don't know why this coming, like, I'm getting it every day, but for whatever reason, this goofy ass
he's
fucking
some
white
dumb
dude put me
fucking
over
white
the
bitch
fucking
who's
edge.
he's telling you that
it's an easy slam.
Ethan Klein's because he's some dumb fucking white bitch. Ethan, are you talking about yourself? What are you, bro? The guy went to Israel for fucking birthright. He thinks he's a fucking local. Jesus, Ethan. Ethan, you are fucking white as fuck, my guy, okay? You are as white as they come.
Dunk. It's an easy slam dunk. Any of us, like right now on Twitter, they want to use us to fucking comment on any of our shit because they know we're gonna get ratioed, and they're just milking it because you're not on Twitter. I do not give a fuck. Like, enjoy, but please do not act like you give a fuck about Palestine. Like I said, criticize me, but coming from a fucking white dude saying I'm fucking betraying my people.
Yeah.
It's rich.
So this is why I stepped in and I was like, if
we agree. So what's your problem?
No, but this is why,
even if a white guy said it, we agree.
And that's why I stepped in. I was like,
right.
I was like, if you're not gonna listen,
sorry, but he's right.
He is right. But I was like, if you're not gonna listen to the white guy, listen to me. You are, kind of not doing what you should be doing as an Arab in the position that you're in. I don't want to call him a disappointment because he is in a very difficult position. As much as no one wants to admit it, he is in a difficult position. If I worked for my fucking idol, bro, and then my idol turned out to be some fucking psychotic piece of shit Zionist, I would quit pretty quickly and I would use that to get an audience. But he's more conflicted. Maybe he needs more time. Maybe he's never going to leave. Maybe he's made his decision. But again, I'm just always going to extend a little bit of grace to AB. خينا لبناني العربي عبد الله عياد. مش هسميك. I'm not even gonna call you AB anymore. You are Abdullah. And
stop. You're doing like they're doing to bad.
Abdullah. Yeah, that's how he take it.
Is it like, or like Elliot Page? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna call you. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about ban empanada soon, but yeah, this is almost done.
I'm jumping the gun a little bit. Spoiler. Sorry, Chad.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
But
so yeah, that's the
this
AB
is so you right now.
situation. Is there anything else what's chat saying about AB? Let me see if I forgot to say anything about AB. I had a small list.
What the chat is saying, nothing good.
Shame on AB. Ethan, manipulation live on air. AB is fried.
AB is fried. He's
spineless.
absolutely a disappointment.
Do you guys want AB on the show? Or would you guys want me to talk to AB and have a conversation with him?
They think it's extremely unlikely that he'll like say yes to being on the show.
He's not. Yeah. Bath Hasbara has tried. Everybody's tried. He's not going to accept. But like, honestly, I think he has way more to gain than I do because he's the one who's lost all his credibility. He's the one who is losing fans. I'm gaining fans, AB. Every day we're growing. My channel's growing. Your channel is not growing. So I just want to get some of your credibility back, bro. And if you're so scared to talk about me, like, fuck it, I'll say it. That means you know that maybe what I say has some sway with the community.
Someone said he's not Abdullah anymore. He's Aaron.
He's Aaron. That's right. Now we revoke his name. You are no longer Abdullah.
You're no longer Abdullah. Ugh.
I hate when like there's a white Lebanese person and I know for a fact they don't really identify with either. It's like a gray spot. And like Americans don't really think they're American, and Arabs don't think they're Arab enough, and like, but AB is doing this to himself because like we were accepting him fine.
But the point is, like, I think that like the flailing,
sorry,
the
side.
I don't like this autoplay. Sorry, Nour.
Nour, I agree, and I'm with you with everything you said. The identity politics they did on the stream that we just watched, so fucking annoying. Like, yeah, AB, a guy who's half white, half Lebanese, who's lived his entire life in the US and who doesn't know anything about what's going on in the region, is more qualified to talk about what's going on than Mike from PA, who's been talking about this for I don't know how long. Your race does not mean shit. Khalas, stop playing identity politics. I'm a white, half Lebanese, half white.
No.
I
get offended. Look, if a white person is gonna like lecture me and tell me like you should be doing this, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Where are you? Like, you're fucking Los Angeles telling me how to live my life. But like, Mike is actually spitting, bro, and he's been very consistent on the Palestine issue, on the fucking Lebanon issue, on Israel, on all of that. Like, I don't know, man. AB's just going for easy targets. He's going for people like no one's gonna like, you know what I mean? If he calls me Millhouse and shits on me, the internet isn't really gonna defend me. Even though Twitter actually did come to my defense. Twitter, thank you. I appreciate y'all. I'm surprised every day. We got a couple of things to talk about. A couple of clips of Ethan saying some unhinged shit. So yesterday, if you guys do want to watch the stream that I posted yesterday, it's pretty long, but it was Ethan talking about, again, how he wants to sue everybody. This is a clip from Chapo Trap House, where they had Matt Lieb and Daniel Mate from Bath Hasbara on. And Matt Lieb is kind of talking about. They
mentioned you.
They mentioned me. I know. This is why I want to listen and see if we can hear the mention. I forgot to write down the time code though.
And I realized that like, oh, this is like they're so petty that they didn't want me to look too hot in the thumbnail. It's like October 7th when he we're both the same age and the show to doing Israeli propaganda. And one of the big things that he did was he got Twitch to change the terms of service so that
So we're here. This is the voice of Matt Lieb, obviously co-host of Bath Hasbara, along with Daniel Mate, friends of the show. We love him.
Zionism or saying Zionist is a slur. And, for me, this is something we cover a lot on Bad Hasbara is, people using the like institutional muscle of the ADL in order to, stop people from being able to express their free speech about Zionism, which is not a slur. It is a concept. It is a belief structure that people do believe in and has political and real life consequences.
They proudly claim.
Yes. And people, proudly are proud Zionists. So it's fucking ridiculous. And so I started interviewing people who he had actively been targeting. And that, I think, is what pissed him off. I interviewed Frogan, who's a streamer who he had banned from Twitch. This guy, Anthony, who was does a podcast called Do Not Worry, which is...
Yay!
At least
Do
Matt,
Not Worry mentioned!
AB, this is how it's done. He called me this guy Anthony, not fucking Millhouse. At least call me this guy Anthony. You don't have to call me by my full name, just respectful, This guy Anthony, he hosts the Do Not Worry podcast. Matt Lieb, we love you. Thank you. Let's keep listening to this beautiful thing.
he's essentially a former Ethan fan who's watched. It's a podcast from Lebanon where he talks about Zionism and talks about what's going on with Israel's bombardment of Lebanon. And I had Hassan on, I had this guy Bad Empanada on, and I think that just drove him over the edge because Bad Empanada is just like kind of an internet troll who doesn't give a fuck, and like he just
that guy goes hard.
He goes real hard.
Chapo Trap House. I listened to the whole clip. It seems like a very interesting podcast. I think everyone on that podcast is Jewish. So if you guys want some non-Zionist Jews, hit them up. And thanks again to Daniel and Matt for having me on. Bat Hasbara.
Love them so much.
Here's Ethan Klein hinting that he wants to sue Hassan Piker.
Hasn't he already sued him?
No, he's threatening to sue Noah Sampson, a bunch of Redditors. He wants to sue Denims. He wants to sue whoever called CPS. And he's threatening to sue Bad Empanada. Now he's talking about...
Why is he suing Denims?
Because he thinks that she encouraged calling CPS.
Because she's an empowered woman.
And she's
He's
a woman.
misogynist.
So yeah.
Bro, I'm Ethan Klein.
Of course.
For better or worse.
Over an increasingly smaller audience to, fill their heads chock full of misinformation at the behest of establishing a defensive posture for a genocidal apartheid state. It's fucking awful.
Mm-hmm.
That can't feel good. Deep down inside, there has to be a dude that I met, that I knew, that's going, oh, don't do this. This is maybe a bridge too far. Like, you cannot be this fucking deluded.
Sorry, bro. When that CPS showed up, there's no bridge I won't burn. And I'm burning it.
This is just straightforward Nazi shit, dude.
Oh, bro, I'm sorry. Calling a Jewish dude a Nazi needs to be understood as what it is. It's a straight up anti-Semitic Holocaust inversion attack.
He said it, folks. Take a drink. He said anti-Semitic.
Take a drink.
Take a drink, folks. Chug your
We
beers.
need to do that, actually.
It's an anti-Semitic. We should, but we'll
We should
get
do
drunk.
a Patreon episode.
We'll get drunk way too fast. If anytime Ethan says something is anti-Semitic, we'll be drunk within 5 minutes.
Like calling me a Nazi, even if I'm pro-Israel, let's say, despite my many statements to the contrary, calling a Jewish guy a Nazi.
Many statements like, if the Palestinians are out of Gaza, they're gonna eat all of us alive. Or like, I want to vlog my trip to Tel Aviv to show you how beautiful it is and how I see Israel. It's multicultural and free and amazing, but I don't like Israel, as I've made clear many times. By the way, have I mentioned Yoav Galal's a great guy? Yeah.
In this way, it's just anti-Semitism. There's no fucking way to cut it, man.
By the way, the IDF and Zionists are the closest thing to Nazis as you can get. I'm sorry, like, that's the irony of it. Jews, after everything they've went through, Zionist Jews that live in Israel, bro, are the closest thing to Nazis that you can get to in 2025, bro. The fucking irony, bro. The fucking irony of all of that is insane.
Yeah.
Here, check this out.
What a scumbag.
He's going to ask for time codes.
One step removed from Lebensraum.
What the fuck are we doing here? Lebensraum was the German doctrine that they wanted to remove Russia, a swath of Russia, for German living space. That's me. That's fucking insane. I mean, like, again, that's like, I feel like you shouldn't be able to say stuff like this without repercussions.
Without repercussions. There we go. Hall monitor, Ethan Klein. Hall monitor. Here, it's time for repercussions. He's busting out his phone, and now he's going to ask the crew, like, what are the time codes? When did he say? Just write it down. And that's what he says when he's, like, starting to hint at litigation, because he wants to write down the evidence.
And actually, let me take a note here real fast.
Let me take a note here real fast, actually. Let me write it down on my phone so that I can, don't forget the time code so that I can sue Hassan.
So how many fucking lawsuits is it now,
Let me remind
Ethan?
myself to be salty real quick.
Bro, his lawyers, no one loves their client as much as Ethan Klein's lawyers, bro. They are swimming in cash. He calls them, he's like, hey, do I have a case? They're probably laughing their ass off. Like, yeah, you know what? You have a case. Definitely, Ethan. Let's start charging you per hour on all these fucking lawsuits.
SS on Pi KKK.
Look at that. He's just writing down notes.
Do me a favor. Can you
do me a favor?
Actually, here. Sorry, one sec. I don't want to forget.
So, Olivia, AB, for example, when Ethan asks you to, like, hey, by the way, write that down, write down that time code, and you say, yes, sir, let me write it down, you're just doing your job, but you're actually helping Ethan silence pro-Palestinian creators. Do you see, like, how your job, you can't divorce yourselves anymore from this job? You know what I mean? When he asks you, hey, pull up this pull up this Instagram account of this person that wrote a mean comment about me on Instagram. Do you see how you're actively participating in the doxing, in the spread of misinformation and all of that shit? Do you see it, AB? خيي انت أعمى أو لا؟ بنحبك يا AB. يلا يا عبد الله. يلا. Look at that. Just he paused the whole show.
So thank you, Hassan. I'm a Nazi and I want Liebesraum.
So now it's like, Hassan called me a Nazi. So now I can call him. I can say that he made defamatory statements against me. Time to call my lawyer. Start drafting a letter.
Based on what? Nothing. I can't actually give you an example. You just have to take my word for it.
Based on hours of footage of you saying Zionist propaganda, Ethan. So that's what it's based on.
Let's see. Hassan's coverage of the Hamas protesters has been.
So that's that. There's a couple of more clips of Ethan, and then we will be done. Let me talk about just the bad empanada thing. So yesterday he went on a bad empanada rant.
Doesn't he always?
As he always does, exactly, which is only making bad empanada stronger and bolder.
It's fueling him.
It's fueling the empanada.
He's
fueling the empanada. So this is now he called him by his actual name. And Bad Empanada claimed that he's being doxxed. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know if this is Bad Empanada trolling or not. Please let me know in the live chat if this is a troll. But he said, reporting the H3 podcast for doxing. Today, Ethan Klein of the H3 podcast doxed me live by revealing my full real name, which he did. Ethan was calling him by his real name on the show multiple times. Something I have never released myself. He maliciously disseminated information obtained illegally by the Argentine far right, who hacked government systems to steal it. It is likely that Ethan Klein directly communicated with them and asked them for my dox. This is a clear example of doxing. We are presently filing a complaint with YouTube, as this is a clear violation of YouTube's community guidelines. In the meantime, please report this video for doxing and harassment. Now, again, full disclosure, I'm not sure. Please check the chat to see if anybody knows. Because then Ethan basically was kind of like being like, his name has actually been shared publicly before, so I didn't really dox him.
You're saying it's real.
They are saying it's real, huh? So Ethan shares this on his Instagram story and says, George, fuck, I don't want to show this. That's his name, I guess. Fuck. He says, George, I guess it's everywhere.
That's crazy stuff.
I guess it's everywhere. He says, George Janitis is the human STD, pathetic mama's boy living in a cockroach-infested corner of Argentina. So he says that he's lying, essentially. And then he says that his name is already on like online and encyclopedias. He's like, George Janitis is the professional liar and human STD. Everyone, you need to lie better. You're showing your ass. So it's as if Ethan is claiming that his name was already public information. That's what I don't know. Here you can see his name on his subreddit. Apparently he's saying his fan subreddit doxed him. Then Bad Empanada shares Ethan's story. Ethan shared this guy called Drew Pavlou, who said Bad Empanada's real name is George whatever, an Australian, and like many Nazis before him, he lives in Buenos Aires. Published by Overland Literary Journal, George has called for the assassination of Biden and the killing or expulsion of all Israelis. Here he tells Haaretz, a writer and October 7th massacre survivor Amir Tibon, that he wished Hamas had massacred him and his family on October 7th. Tibon spent 10 hours huddled in a safe room with his 2 infant daughters, aged 3 and 20 years old. Now, to be fair, there are a lot of like fake Bad Empanada tweets that are out there. So we cannot confirm that those are Bad Empanada tweets, but he is kind of an unhinged troll.
Drew Pavlou, fucking Nazi.
Yeah, fuck Drew
off.
Pavlou. He's a piece of shit. Also, Bad Empanada, friend of the show. He's been on the show, folks. Let us know if you'd like us to have him back. I think he's too big for us now. He would never come back. Then
we're big too.
Bad Empanada says, Ethan Klein's source who spread my address to try and kill me. A main channel video will be going up tomorrow. H3 needs to be deplatformed. I'm like the 10th person they've doxed this month alone. So, I mean, yeah, apparently by doing this, he has put Bad Empanada's life in danger in Buenos Aires. I don't know, again, if this is real. I'm sorry for re-doxing you, Bad Empanada. Also, I reacted to like the whole episode, so like his name is in there a whole bunch of times. Let me know if I should take it down, Bad Empanada. Anyways, so we
need a button.
We need a button. It costs like $20,000, folks. I cannot afford the H3 button.
Let me read some comments. We got a bunch of super chats, but we didn't read any.
Let's go. Let's take 2 minutes for reading super chats.
Several Wolf says they're all actively getting small creators and random commenters doxed and harassed and smeared and deplatformed and demonetized.
Of course, I know. I'm trying I'm giving AB the benefit of the doubt, but like, I know, man, I shouldn't be defending any of them. But this AB's only getting this treatment because he's Lebanese. And that could be, you can call me racist for doing that, but he's getting, extra love.
FT Jan says, Ping, do not worry to tell the chat. Ping, do not worry to tell the chat that new Bad House Bar episode starts in an hour and a half, and I hope to see you there.
Hell yeah, I will try my best. I love those guys. I love that show.
Ferry says, love the show.
Nate, big disappointment. Again, man, Ethan has made the H3 show very hard to like.
Dizzle McFizzle says, I hereby swear. Why is it black? My screen went black. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
I hereby swear my loyalty and fidelity to that guy Anthony from the Do Not Worry podcast.
That guy Anthony, or fucking Millhouse.
Mimi says, shout out from Babda. Stay safe, guys.
Babda, oh, someone watching. We still have people watching from Lebanon, folks. Thank you. We love you. Mimi?
Yeah.
يعطيك العافية, Mimi.
And Hidden Eye 100 cents $50. And
what?
Says,
Hidden Eye always sends a lot, yeah.
Hidden Eye, thank you. Oh my God, Hidden Eye. A salute for Hidden Eye, folks. Thank you so much for supporting the channel on such a massive level. What did they say?
They said مش ممكن Ethan بعد عنده جمهور عربي مع ضمير. يعني
True.
There's no way Ethan still has an Arab audience that has a conscience.
Yeah.
مبحث, yeah.
AB recently said that he said despite all the hate comments I get, I still get a lot more positive comments supporting me and from Arabs. So, I mean, if that's true, y'all are fucking dumbass Arabs. Let me just say that.
Really? As Arabs? We're going to Californian Arabs.
That's what he says. He says that he gets a lot more support from Arabs than he does. I mean, look, I don't want anyone to get harassed in his DMs, or I don't want AB to open his DMs and
don't harass him, yeah.
Like, I just wish AB just stood up for what was right. And AB, deep down you're wrong, bro. Like, that's why you feel scared fucking calling me out, because people are gonna call you out for it, man. Like, you know what I mean? You're wrong. And it's so, but you're in a tough spot, bro. Here, Ethan, again, just talking about how Hamas puts command centers under hospitals, apparently. So this is a prime example of how he is justifying a genocide.
I think listen, I feel like this is a force that's going to help end the war, not fucking keeping hostages and underground and like sending, continuing to provoke Israel to attack them. And putting fucking
provoke, guys. The Palestinians are provoking the poor Israelis to attack them. It's like, we don't want to attack you. We don't want to bomb you. You're making us do it. You're making us genocide you. You're making us, wipe out all your women and children.
Military complexes under hospitals.
What?
And putting fucking military complexes under hospitals.
See, this is where AB needs to be like, hey, Ethan. You're fucking lying, bro. Prove it to me. Prove where the military bases are underneath hospitals. Please show it to me.
He's not gonna. He's too busy fighting you.
He's not gonna. Yeah,
he's too busy fighting lawsuits.
He's busy calling out Millhouse. How brave of you, AB. That's brave. He's saying that it's not we're all calling out Ethan and he's the easiest target on the internet right now. You're fucking calling out a nobody, bro, with 25,000 subs.
Also, the post he tweeted is wrong. That was not what those protests were about. Check your source, asshole.
The anti-Hamas protest?
Yeah.
Its own people for political gain is lying to themselves, dude. Holy shit. They literally put fucking command centers under hospitals. That's not even debated.
We should bomb the shit out of them.
It is a fact, actually. Yeah, I've seen
It's a fact that we need to bomb them. That's why Eliot used to bomb them. That's why Eliot is the best. That's why my wife, she went to raid on Ramallah because they had a base under the house.
They were keeping some of the hostages in hospitals too. It seems like a lot of them ran through hospitals.
Yeah, drink your fucking Diet Pepsi, bro. In between your lives.
That's it. I mean, just logical, right? Like that's
with literally the devil from The Exorcist tattooed on his arm right here, bro. Oh, look how fucking freaky this is. Are you guys watching this? Look at this.
Yeah, fucking
imagine this peeking, bro.
Skin.
Fucking jump scare peeking at you from the side of his arm, bro. Only time I ever felt bad for Ela is her having to live with this tattoo.
Their best play. That's all they have, and so they do it.
And we kill them. We oblige. They want us to kill their civilians, and us Israelis, we fucking do it with a smile on our face.
So I say, God protect these brave Gazans.
Gazans. These Gazans, folks. Don't you just love Gazans?
Not Palestinians.
Gazans. They're Gazans. Yeah, don't call them Palestinians. That's also part of the Israeli Hasbara. They refer to Palestinian Israelis as Arabs. The Israeli Arabs. They don't call them Palestinians. They don't want to mention the word Palestine because to them, Palestine does not exist.
Wait, someone asked...
Meanwhile, Hassan spent all day on Elon's app.
What's up?
Yeah, we have, first of all, we got Freud's Boys sent $50.
Oh my God, Freud's Boys. Thank you so much. Guys, thank you for the support. You guys are making such a huge difference. We love you guys so much. That's so generous.
Yeah, they said proud to be on the right side and supporting Do Not Worry and not these Zionist monsters.
Hell yeah,
Period.
baby.
Also,
Joy's
new
Boys.
member.
Salute. We want W's in the chat for Joy's Boys. And who else sent to 50 earlier?
Hidden Eye.
Hidden Eye.
They just joined as well.
Yeah, they just joined.
W's in the chat for Hidden Eye and Joy's Boys. W's in the chat for both of those fucking heroes. Both of them contributing $100 to this fucking independent Lebanese YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much.
Someone asked what were the protests about. They were about the end. They were like targeted to Israel to end the genocide. They weren't against Hamas. They were like protests to end the war, but targeting Israel.
Folks, by the way, protesting Hamas, if I go down and protest Hezbollah because I disagree with something that they're doing, it doesn't mean that I support Israel. You know what I mean? I'm always going to support Hezbollah, the resistance, over Israel. I might have some disagreements with them. I might want to go down and be like, hey, I disagree with this fucking thing that you did, or like this horrible thing that you did, or whatever. You can call them out for their horrible policies, their horrible actions, their crimes, but that still makes them better than an occupying fucking force that is literally genociding you and not letting food into the fucking Gaza Strip. Like, do you think Palestinians would actually prefer living under Israeli occupation than Hamas? Of course not, bro. That's fucking crazy. One final video of Ethan Klein saying some unhinged shit. Again, for more lawsuits. He's saying that he's saving Hassan for his main course. So I guess the biggest lawsuit of them all is going to be against Hassan Piker. So the content nuke fucking flopped. So now he's got to go to legal action. Look at this psychotic face, bro.
I promised everybody that I was going to take this to the next level once CPS showed up to my house. This is only the beginning. This is chapter 1. There's many more to come. And by the way, Hassan, if you think I'm done with you, I'm not done with you by a mile. I'm taking the trash out. I'm saving you for my main course, you fucking propagandist, lying scumbag, terrorist supporter.
What a fucking psycho, bro. Imagine having a rich psycho like Ethan Klein, bro, with nothing better to do. He's just spending all of his time harassing fucking Hassan and anyone who fucking dares criticize him. This is kind of fucking scary, bro. This is a scary Zionist right here, bro. A fucking racist, Islamophobic, allegedly, Ethan, allegedly, in my opinion, based on the things that you've said, nut job, threatening people with litigation because he's got endless money and no one's gonna fucking stop him, bro.
Who spends all day lying. It's funny, this narrative. Ethan's obsessed with his son. Literally spends hours every day on his stream talking about me. I saw the guy. I saw him.
Cool. I didn't want to interrupt.
So guess what? Don't worry, buddy. I got time for everybody. I'm making time for everybody. You know what I mean? And I'm just that kind of guy. The world is wide enough for all of us. Hamilton. So don't worry. Don't worry. You know
Podcast.
what I mean? We go from the bottom up, and everybody's catching these hands. Don't worry about it, Hassan.
Ethan, again, if you want to, if I'm getting
sorry,
sued.
he looks like.
Why did he
so
shave his eyebrows?
disturbed. He looks disturbed.
He shaved his eyebrows. It was like a members. It was for a members challenge thing. Again, AB, if Ethan decides to sue me, you better not send one of your fucking cousins with the fucking serving papers, okay? I do not. That's not how we're gonna do this, okay? Well, folks, with all that said, I think we're gonna end the stream a little bit early today.
It's like 11.
It's like it's 11 o'clock. Early for us, I guess.
Our goal was 10:30.
10:30. Yeah, we're pretty close. Pretty close. Let me take a second to thank some of our lovely everyone in the chat. By the way, everyone who contributed, everyone who sent in a super chat. Thank you so much. We love you all so much. You guys have no idea how much of a difference you're making for this channel. So we love you all so much. You really help us grow a fuckload.
Dizzle McFizzle and Marmar sent like throughout the stream, they sent us stuff. Thank you so much.
Mud, we love you. Myri, we love you. Thank you for the Irish music recommendation.
Is Myri correct? Are we saying it?
Myri, I think Myri. That's what I think.
Wait, I'll check.
Thank you again to Khalid Dakak, David B, and Excess Lubricant for joining our Patreon, and Slim as well. Thank you to all of our other lovely patrons, all of our members. We love you guys. Next week, we're going to hit you guys with like 2, hopefully 1 chill solo stream by myself, 1 members and Patreon stream, and an episode of the podcast with the whole crew.
Haley gifted 5 members.
Haley, we love you. Haley, stop.
Haley, you're crazy girl.
We love you so much,
Get
guys.
bangs.
You guys are the best. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for being here with us. Ethan Klein, AB. Okay, let's make something happen, folks. Bro.
Island life. Thank you.
We love all of you guys so much. Thank you. And as always, folks, we'll see you soon. And...